It's in the hood.
What it should be. This is your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, is DJ EFN.
And this Drink Champs Yappy Hour. Make some noise! Hey! Now, I don't think I've ever said this, but this man, comedic timing of how he lines up his jokes, how he presents himself, is probably one of the most iconic I've seen to date.
Oh, man.
It transforms race. You don't have to be, you could be black, you could be white, you could
transforms the race?
I mean, it transcends. It transcends. You know what's fucked up? You doing that? What's fucked up is he doing that.
We all know what you
No, but it transcends race.
Real asshole.
You actually, you could be any race. You could be crippled. This man is straight up funny, man. No, we gonna get to all that.
That's
man.
our favorite race.
And it's so needed.
You could be crippled.
That's right.
You know who will never win a race?
Down syndrome, his comedy is for everybody. And everybody should be for his comedy. In case you don't know what we talk about, we talking about the one and only Andrew Cole! You know what I didn't know?
What's that?
Googling you, how many times I Googled you and Andrew Tate kept I was like,
are we getting confused?
No, not me. But I was just saying, I think Google, do you think that
Google transformed you guys?
When he Googles himself, you're popping up?
I think your Google's racist.
My Google's
I think your Google thinks all white people look the same.
I do have black Twitter. That's all I have. I don't have regular Twitter. I might have black Google. You might be right. Let's set it off with a drink. I ain't not gonna lie.
Yeah, we're gonna get started.
I want to celebrate you so bad.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Something, man.
First of all, it's an honor to be here, man.
Oh, thank you
for joining us.
But let me just say something. This special is so special. Say that with all pun intended. It's so special. I remember, this is how good your special is, right? You clearly know that you had a daughter and you were successful in making of the daughter and all that. But when you go through the process, I literally cry.
Respect.
And I know what the fucking end result is.
Yeah,
isn't that like ironic? It's like, you know, like at the end,
you know it's gonna work.
He does have the daughter. But the process, I just looked and I was just like, you know what? That's what comedy is missing. That's what the greats like Richard Pryor and people like that, they said things that was like the comedic, but shit that hurt. And it was reality, and that's something that I super appreciated. Like I said, I said it on text, and I seen you and Charlamagne said it, but I literally laughed, cried, and then laughed again.
Respect.
So,
thank you, bro.
This is a great. So let's stick on a special for right now.
Sure.
This was your first Netflix special?
This is my first Netflix stand-up special.
Stand-up, because
I did like a talking head kind of thing.
Yeah,
yes, I saw that as well.
Yeah. You did more than one, right?
Was that
I
called?
did
America?
a bunch of those. Schulz Saves America.
Okay, okay.
But I would do those during COVID,
Yeah.
so we did that. But then, because you couldn't, there was no audience.
Right.
And then, so this is my first stand-up special on Netflix.
For Netflix. Watching that other thing on Netflix, what was it called? I forgot.
Schulz Saves
I
America.
didn't know that Amy Cooper.
Oh yeah.
And George Floyd.
Yeah.
Happened on the same day. Like that's. Like when he broke that shit down, I was like, this should be in the news somewhere.
Yeah.
Like when she was accusing the guy of being the bird watcher, that was the same day as George Floyd. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but the bird watcher in New York, come on.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I think he got a show, bird watching.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him. Good for him. When Karen does do good. Okay, but let's get back to the special.
She's the agent.
Do you have any Karens in your neighborhood?
Let me just tell you something.
Yeah. They're kind of nice when they're in your neighborhood a little.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
every month, my neighbors, they get together and they like do a barbecue. They don't season the meat, so I never eat.
Yeah.
But I enjoy the fuck hanging with them. They drink Jägermeisters. They drink.
It's safe.
So today, after I leave here, I'm going to my neighbors, and I'm pretty much it's me and Holyfield, pretty much the only people.
Oh, does Vander live in your neighborhood?
Yes.
Dude,
Was that a floss? I didn't know. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Okay, but all right, let's break it down.
Yeah.
So Netflix approaches you because Netflix is the place to be, right? It used to be HBO comedy and all that.
When we were growing up, it was HBO, and then Netflix kind of took over by just getting. They really did by just getting the most prolific comedians in there, and then so I was just doing specials, and then I had this tour that was great, and we started having conversations, and then there was other streaming networks that were also in conversation because you don't have a real deal until you have 2 deals.
Okay, wow.
A bidding war of sorts.
Yeah, like because you don't really know what you're worth.
Okay,
that's what I realized. Because I'm not educated about the game, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, I think I'm worth this, and then you'll just pay it, and then they offer you something else, and then you're like, well, damn, that's a lot less than what I thought I was worth. But if you have another company that's willing to pay you, they'll match it because they don't want to lose you.
Like an OnlyFans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where I was.
OnlyFans.
I was going to do my special on OnlyFans.
Well, they are getting regular content now.
Yeah, they're trying. They're trying. But you're not really taking it seriously. It's like, remember when Lyft tried to do like a black car?
Yeah.
And it's
like Uber Black?
But remember, no one took Uber serious at first neither.
Nah, Uber I did.
But my friend was Ubering. I was like, come on, dude, you're a loser.
No.
You're not gonna make it nowhere in life.
Not all of us drive a Maybach like you.
But that's why no one took Uber serious at first until they...
I took it serious from the beginning.
No, not in the beginning.
When they were just like in LA?
When it was just in the Bay Area.
And all the drivers were scientists? You remember
I don't remember. You might have had better drivers than me. But that's where it's invented. I first had an Uber, was in the Bay, and I thought the promoter was jerking me by sending me that. I was like, yo, I wanted a car service, dude. This guy, name is Jeffrey. I know him. You know what I'm saying? But OnlyFans, it might can trickle down to that. What would happen if comedy, because people are censoring comedy so much, what happens if comedy winds up on OnlyFans?
Shit. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day when we were posting on YouTube, we thought about putting it on Pornhub.
I've been on there a couple times.
Have you?
Yeah.
What's it like over there?
It's pretty cool, man. I prefer YouPorn.
You prefer YouPorn?
YouPorn,
Okay. What's your go-to?
It's banned in Florida.
That's right. You guys can't watch porn.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, you can, but
you have to put your ID
You gotta put your ID there. That's too much information.
Tell us all about it. He got ex-hamster.
You gotta put...
You gotta give your license to go jerk off? That's crazy, bro.
By the way, Trick Daddy has a whole campaign against this, and I'm thinking about getting down with Trick Daddy's jam.
For real.
I'm just throwing it out there, Trick. I will be down with you.
Yeah, I think you gotta free up the porno. What is the idea? It's like...
Kids, they just say for kids not to get on it.
That is good though, because we were watching porn too early.
Right.
Yeah, but we didn't have.
Our era was magazines. Finding a dirty magazine.
I remember.
We had a lot more ways to get caught.
We're older than you. But
How old are you?
I'm 49.
I'm 47.
47. Okay, I'm 41. So you're a little like you guys remember Robin Bird on Channel 35.
Okay.
I mean,
you remember the public access porn that we had in New York?
Okay, I'm from
You're from here. Okay, so in New York we had this. Did you have a TV in Left Rack?
Yeah. Left Rack is a rich project, just in case. It's a community. I like this. Keep it going. Keep going.
No. You know what's crazy? I didn't know Left Rack was named after a guy. Left Rack.
That's my friend. That's my friend.
You know him?
You know him now?
Yes, I absolutely know.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was one of the illest flosses was going out to dinner with Fat Joe, and Joe with his people, and then I introduced him. I'm like, yo, this is Left Rack, and Joe's just like, there's nobody who owns the Bronx. Like, he's like, you actually know the person who owns your neighborhood. Well, his family, obviously. Yeah. And turn out to be great people, man. I hang out with them, go to their parties. We hang out. His wife is a marathon runner. That's wild. So, we're cool.
Does he know that, like, you single-handedly reduced the value of those properties by, like, 20%?
Well, actually, it's quite...
I never thought of that.
It's quite...
This guy lost me $10 billion shooting people up.
It's actually, if you follow the algorithms, it's actually brought more attention to it in a positive way because
you moved out.
Yeah, we can go into that. But
I'll fuck with you.
So what were we talking about? Damn, I was just so into it.
OnlyFans.
The OnlyFans.
What porn you watch?
Oh no, I'm done.
You're done.
Since Florida banned it, I stand with my Floridians.
Bro,
I'm not gonna do bootleg porn.
You know what I used to watch? Remember Backroom Casting Couch? You guys remember?
Yeah,
that
our
one?
boys out here did it. Bang Bros and them.
Wait, you guys knew
I worked. They had a
yeah.
record label, and I was the VP of marketing for the label.
Bang Bros is the van?
Yeah, they were a company, and then Reality Kings.
How did we get here? This is so great.
And then the mecca of porn.
Did you hire me for a Bang Brothers?
Them too. Yeah.
So I remember my first
Didn't you hire me for a Bang Brothers?
Yeah, I hired him to do something.
Bang Bros?
Yeah, he did. No, he did. They had
in the bus?
No. They had a talk show. They had like a chick naked and doing a talk show, and then I had him as a guest on it.
And they didn't fully warn me, so
you just showed up and
he didn't even know. He's like, oh.
It was just like, oh shit, I'm on a porn set. I had no idea.
Did they get after it? Were you there?
I don't remember.
No, I think after you left, they had the scene.
Yeah, but they was like, they were pre.
Like almost everybody in this room probably worked for those companies at one point.
Really?
Right.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yo, you see him trying to put his shit off on all y'all?
That Miami shit. That Miami shit. That Miami shit.
You meet a chick 9 out of 10 times, she
Really?
probably.
So I almost dropped out of college when I found out about that Bang Bus shit.
Oh, really? Wow.
I remember because I was in freshman year of college. I'm like trying to put my life together and everything like that. And I see these dudes just driving around with a van, getting girls in and getting their dick sucked and shit. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, spending $30,000 a year to go to college? I'm gonna buy a bus.
With a dude that just got here from
And
Cuban.
you already got the porn star mustache.
I'm built
yeah,
for
so
it.
you already like you.
I'm built for that shit,
That's porn
I've been
star.
using
Yeah.
Rewinded. I've been using Rewinded to keep my stash dark.
Go online and shop. That's right. Get
If
your
you want to look like a Dominican spy, you gotta use Rewinded.
Oh shit, a Dominican spot.
Is that my camera? Okay.
So, all right,
Now, this shit is crazy.
Nah,
This shit looks good though, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
So I'm gonna bounce around a little bit.
Yeah,
We're gonna have some fun.
please.
You drinking Casamigos.
Yeah.
By the way,
Just a repo?
okay. Huh?
No, we got Casamigos. It's
Okay.
But also Little Sunday.
Okay.
Shout out to them.
All right. So I just want you to know, we make a bet every time someone's here.
Okay.
So we predict what they drink.
Okay.
And we predict if they're going to be on time or not. I fully won the on time.
I feel like I know where this is going.
No, I'm not gonna lie. You would have let down a lot of people who hate you come late.
A whole race?
A whole race of people.
So white people are always on time to this?
You know what? MC Searching them was on time.
It was on time.
Scott
They got here early.
Storch was late.
Bert was on time.
Bert was
on
10
time.
minutes early.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and he's ready to pregame. I was like, I don't pregame
Was
before
Kevin Hart
this.
on time?
Kevin Hart was late, but remember, because we switched locations.
We did switch locations on him, yeah.
Why? But Kevin Hart's not white, though, brother.
No, I'm just thinking in general. I was going down the comedian line.
You see when black people make too much money? You didn't even say nothing. You just kept it going.
But you went with it. You're like, yeah, Kevin.
So Kevin is so successful, he became white.
He became white, yes. He became white. But Casamigos, I'm gonna describe to you what Casamigo is.
Yeah.
Especially Casamigos with club soda. Boom. It's either you're on a diet,
Yeah.
you're very aggressive,
Ooh.
or you're not really gonna drink at all. Ooh. That's what Casamigos says. But we think you're gonna break the Casamigos. Yeah. We think you're gonna make it.
I see how you guys do this. You like manipulate the guests into getting drunk. Like I'm a pussy if I don't drink. You just called me gay 3 times, I feel like. So now I gotta get drunk and say crazy shit to prove I'm not gay.
I'm sure you don't need the drink for that.
No, I'm gonna bounce around a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what's one of the parts that I watched the special 3 times.
Yes.
And on the first...
Do you really got a Cocker Spaniel?
No, that was the name of a gun. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that.
I got so many New York questions for you. I got so many.
Cool. So here's the crazy part. I watched it twice.
That's a gun. like cock the gun.
Right.
Up.
I'll break it down for you. So I watched it twice, but I didn't understand the Staten Island joke, right?
Yeah.
I was like...
Till the end. I mean, the end, I got it.
You know what it was?
Yeah.
I didn't hear the end the first 2 times. So this morning, I'm watching it, and I'm like, I have to make this Staten Island joke, make fun. And then at the end, because I don't want to blow it all up.
Now you can blow it up.
No. I want these people to go out.
Seen it already.
He set it up properly. He said you said it was scientific reason or something like that?
Yeah, I do it like a throwaway.
Right.
So it's basically this whole story of me trying to get my wife pregnant. My sperm sucks, which you guys know nothing about that.
Yeah.
And God, there's probably...
Because Latinos.
And you don't watch porn. Like, your sperm is ready. It's like fucking pit bulls. Yeah. So anyway... So we got to do like IVF, IUI, whatever. But there's this joke earlier where I do this little throwaway to Staten Island and I say, there's a scientific reason why they are the way they are.
Right.
But we'll get to that later. It's just a little throwaway. Right. But knowing it the whole time, the last punchline of the special is going to be that.
Circle back to it.
Shout out Staten Island.
Yeah.
The lost borough.
Yes. I mean, Wu-Tang really helped, really saved them.
They really did.
Imagine Staten Island without Wu-Tang.
But here's the thing. It made people think that Staten Island had black people. I think all the black people in Staten Island were in Wu-Tang.
And half of them were from Brooklyn.
Exactly. They literally gathered the 6 black people in all of Staten Island like, you're in a rap group, and we're going to call it something Asian.
Damn.
Because the rest of Staten Island is like policemen, it's like Italians and like Irish, right?
Yes.
Have you met a black dude from Staten Island, be honest?
They affiliated with Wu-Tang.
That's it.
Yes, I've never met a neutral Staten Island.
Just a random black dude from Staten Island. Have you met an Asian from Staten Island?
I've not met
an Indian from Staten Island?
I've never even thought of these questions. So it's all going over my head. I can't say I recall. Yes.
I mean, you're not going to do it. Imagine moving to New York and then you got to take a ferry to go to this place. You're like, no, there's no way.
But do you think Staten Island people have a hit out on you right now?
No, that's love. They know it. They know my heart, man. Yeah. They also got great sense of humor. They like fucked up jokes.
Right.
Like, they never got sensitive.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
When everybody was sensitive, Staten Island, you could say whatever the fuck you want.
Right. And you think, one thing you said about the special, that I agreed and disagreed with. Sure. You said that Chicago people are more prouder than New York people.
No, I said we're more proud, but
okay.
It's close.
But they brag about things that
they should.
crazy.
The team shit was hilarious. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you the reason why New York has to be the most proudest.
We are, without a doubt.
Like a person from Brooklyn, like people from Miami do this too, but a person from Brooklyn don't even feel like they're from the East Coast.
No, he's right about this.
They feel like they're just from Brooklyn.
They're not even from New York.
They're not even from New York. Like, and I'd be like, yo, bro, I can walk to your house from Queens. Like, and it's just a different planet. So New Yorkers are very proud people.
No, we're the most proud, but it's like, we should be. It's the greatest city.
Right.
It's the only city I think that people move to and then immediately start saying they're from there.
Right.
Like, I think people will move to Miami, but they'll be like, oh, I'm actually from whatever.
Agree.
Like, but people will move to New York and then day 2, they're like, I'm a New Yorker.
Right.
So
that's great.
Like they got hazed though, because you get hazed there immediately.
Yeah, living in New York is not easy.
No.
It's unnatural.
Yeah.
Like living on top of each other in these little boxes. Like you don't see sunlight for like 3 months. Like
it's wild.
It's a weird place to live. This shit is nice. We were walking around this neighborhood now. You guys pulled up on us. That shit was terrifying.
Yeah, don't let the nice scenery
this is
fool
still
you.
a bad area right here. They ain't cleaned this all up. Yeah.
Yeah, they got some cleaning to do here still.
Yeah, still. Yeah. So let me ask you.
Right? Like
did you sell out the Garden first and get the Netflix special, or you had the Netflix special and then sold out the Garden?
I think probably sold out the Garden first, right?
Yo, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as a New Yorker,
let
me tell you something, man. I claimed your success when I heard that. I was like, yeah, because me knowing your story, knowing the underground people, me knowing that you worked with like Smoky Suarez.
Shout out Smoky, man.
Smoky's one of the that's why like success and like all this doesn't mean nothing.
New York legend,
to me,
bro.
He's one of the funniest comedians.
Was that the Harlem story that you told?
Yeah.
He's one of the funniest comedians ever. But let's
there's a story up. I went up to one of his rooms in the Bronx. Where the fuck was it? And
this when you got punched in the face?
No, that was in Harlem. But he had a bunch of rooms. So he was like one of the goats in New York. And there's, you would run a few rooms. It would be like weekly rooms. And he was so sweet. He would just let me come to whatever one, go up and get on stage. And he did that for pretty much every young comic that's coming out of New York. Right. There was willing to do all the different circuits. Right. And man, You good? All right.
Don't worry, he's random. He's random.
Don't worry, he's Dominican.
Yeah. He's gonna start massaging you in a second.
Walked over too confident.
Bro. All right, he's Dominican. He wants to be on camera.
Pants, bro.
He said, look at me, mommy.
I made it on his phone. Okay.
In the Bronx.
So I went to the Bronx. I was like, what time does the show start? He was like, 8. Get there at 8, right? Mm-hmm. No black comedy show has ever started on time.
No, not to this day.
That seems like a gross stereotype, but it is 100% factually true. I sat in that bar by myself for 2 hours before Smokey even got to the fucking venue. I was in 2 hours at this place before he even got there. And he's like, why'd you come at 8? I was like, you said the show started at 8. He was like, yeah, you know what I mean, though. Shout out Smokey, man. He's a legend.
So, all right. As a New Yorker.
Yeah. The Garden.
The Garden. This is.
That's all we care about.
It's almost. I don't want to say bittersweet, but there's no other way to describe it because it's like this is for a New Yorker.
What else
this
is
the
there?
end after
What
this.
else is
Like
there?
yeah. So it's like.
People say that to me. They're like, "Do you want to do SNL?" And I'm like, "None of us watched SNL growing up." Like,
yeah.
Like if you,
I think the Garden trumps SNL. Yes.
I'm trying to explain to people. They're like, "Why weren't you watching SNL?" And I was like, "Cause it's on Saturday night, and I was trying to get some pussy." Like, who is staying home Saturday night to watch people wear wigs? Like, I'm out trying to finger a girl. You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't part of the culture for us growing up. It just wasn't part of what we did. But the Garden was always a garden. So. Yeah, and when I did that, it was just.
So let me ask you: do you get the call, or do you call them that say, "I want to"?
You ask.
Okay, you ask.
You ask to do it. Okay, and that shit is crazy expensive.
Oh, you have to rent it out.
You have to buy it out.
You basically rent out the venue.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
And then so you control the ticketing and all that kind of stuff. The rental is crazy. We were able to do 2 shows there, which is awesome. We sold out 2 shows, and then we almost weren't able to do it because the Knicks and the Rangers were in the playoffs. So we didn't know that we were going to do the shows until like 3 days before.
Dang.
Because they take precedence.
Wow.
So if the Knicks had to play that day.
You had promoted already?
We sold them out already.
Wow. And then
they were sold out for
you're
months.
Going to have to reschedule the.
I'm watching every Knick game actually caring for the first time in 10 years.
Right.
Like it was crazy. And so we were able to do the game, and that was just. And we were able to do the shows, and that was so cool. 50 came out. That was like.
And did that happen to turn out to be the next special?
No. We did the next special at the Beacon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we did a different venue.
One thing I know about you, right, is every time I go and I look at your comedy, it seems like you always have fresh new material. It seems like you don't repeat. And by the way, I love, comedians who do that because I'm a rapper. I get that I have to use my verse more than one time. Mm-hmm. But when it's a particular special, I don't want to look at a special and see a joke that I heard, unless it's a repetitive joke that continues. What made you always come up with original material?
I just didn't want to like waste people's money. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like when you're starting comedy and you're touring, you're going back to the Funny Bone in Albany every year. Mm-hmm. If you're lucky that you could do these comedy clubs. Mm-hmm. And like when people buy a ticket to a comedy club, they're buying 2 tickets. They're probably getting a babysitter. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're getting an Uber to go there. Like it's not a cheap night.
And drinks, right?
So if you tell them the same jokes that you told them a year or 2 years ago, you're not stealing money from them, but it feels like you're not really respecting them. And I was always trying to make sure that everybody who came to the last show would come back with friends. Mm-hmm. And that's how I've kind of built my career. It's like, if it starts at 100 and I come next year and it's 300 people, then next year it's 600. And then next year after that, it's 1,200. And then, so yeah, it was just about that relationship and like respecting that relationship with the fans.
Okay. Now, this is a question. I'm pertaining to you, but it's
a Cocker Spaniel's a gun. How did I not know that?
Okay, I'll get to that. Make sure we get to that. But look,
it wasn't that obvious.
When did you find out you couldn't run laps around the English Channel?
No, I still think I can run laps around the English Channel, sir. I still think I can.
But no.
In fact, I'm gonna try to do that.
But you can't run around it
because it's swimming. It's a swimming.
Yeah.
I was trying to say I was that strong, so I said light a candle. Light a candle. The original line was light a white candle. When you light a white candle in the hood, someone passed away. So light a candle. Run laps around the English Channel. I'm so mad I could run laps around the English Channel even though it's a body of water.
Yeah.
That tune was I got a Cocker Spaniel. Cocker Spaniel was the 22. A Rottweiler was a 45. A 9mm was a pit bull. So that's how we was like we was disguised.
So the 22 is just like a little gun.
A little gun, yeah. That was
cocker
got a cocker spaniel, yeah.
Bro, I thought you were like ahead of the game. Bro. I thought, you know how all these like white girls have these tiny little cocker spaniels? I was like, N.O.R.E was doing that 20 years ago.
Yes, I was. You go ahead and edit this part out, leave it just like that. Damn, but he lost my train of thought.
So, okay, my bad. I just got all. I need to know New York tales.
Oh no,
man.
I got this.
I need to know about the tunnel.
So, comedy has been like, I look at Archie Bunker.
Yeah.
I look at George Jefferson.
Yeah.
And I say these people are legends, but these people, Karens would have canceled these motherfuckers.
Sure.
Right? Sure. But that made my childhood. Like, I had to know that it was people like that existed. It wasn't this community, whether it was poor or whatever, it was people that's outside. But it also lets you know that it's funny to laugh at other people. It's funny to it's funny to laugh at our indifferences. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up black and Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
I got the best Puerto Rican jokes that I got from black people.
Yeah, of course.
And I got the best black people jokes
you got from Puerto Rican
that I got from Puerto Rican people.
Yeah.
But I got to experience both sides. So what I'm trying to say to you is, what comedy being, I don't want to censor it almost.
Yo, you know what it is?
How do you walk that line? Still.
To me, it's like, well, first of all, if you're offended by a joke, you're allowed to be. That's what I keep telling people. Like, I think there's this idea that comedians are out here going, you're not allowed to be offended by this joke. You like, however you feel, you feel. Like, I don't know how you grew up. Like, maybe something was really traumatic happened to you, and if I'm joking about it, you feel all those, horrendous feelings that you felt as a kid.
Right.
So you're allowed to feel however you feel. If you tell me I'm making you uncomfortable to your face, I'm not going to say that joke around you anymore. I'll still say it around the world. I'm not going to say it to you. So, like, I want you to laugh. But what I'm realizing now that, like, things are bigger for me is that the way that we grew up, specifically in New York, you probably have it here in Miami, maybe in Los Angeles, maybe in like San Francisco, maybe Chicago, but it's very unique. Most people did not grow up with a level of comfort with another race or ethnicity where you could bust balls. People who've been in the military have felt it.
Right.
Because you
to the extreme in the military sometimes.
You're protecting your brother every single day. So it doesn't matter if he's Asian and you're fucking black. Like, you got jokes to each other because there's so much love. Like, I'm keeping you alive, you're keeping me alive.
Right.
But we felt so much comfort growing up with it.
Right.
We never even thought about it. Like, it wasn't until I got out of New York and maybe went to college that I even knew people got offended by things like this.
Right.
Because it doesn't come from malice in our hearts. Like, I mean, I was growing up in New York. I never met somebody who was like, I hate this group of people.
Right.
I never met a person like that.
Right.
Like, I met tons of people who were like, oh yeah, here we got Chinese jokes, or we got Puerto Rican jokes, or we got Jew jokes, we got white people jokes, like whatever. It's just, those were rampant. But I never met like I identify as a racist person.
Right.
Like, did you meet any of them?
Oh, in jail, yeah, but that was a different.
Yeah, but you got to do that in jail.
Yeah.
Because you guys are bad.
Yeah.
So how would your stuff, when you toured though, Middle America and these smaller towns where things might have been more segregated, how did the jokes come off?
Smaller towns aren't the issue. What I find the issue is probably like it's probably like white people that came from maybe more affluent or suburban areas. Maybe they're from like Vermont or Maine. They don't really have any minority friends. And they're trying to do what they think is like the best thing they can do, which is like protect people who are oppressed.
Like the uber liberals.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to make a political thing because it comes from a good place, a lot of them, right? Some are just virtue signaling, but some are just like, hey man, I don't want his feelings to be hurt. You shouldn't do that, which is like kind of nice. You want to protect somebody. What they don't realize is that like, because they don't have friends that are minorities, they never even hung out with minorities, they kind of are infantilizing minorities. They're like making
kind of condescending.
Yeah, they're making them babies. Like they also
like they can't defend themselves,
or like they don't also have jokes.
Right.
Like we're not worried about making a joke about somebody growing up in New York because they got jokes back.
Right.
Like if you were gonna crack on the Asian dude, he's cracking. You don't understand him, but it's coming back. You know what I mean?
Like even gay people. I know some of the funniest gay. I know some of the funniest gay people ever. Like when you said, what did you say? You said,
the butt full of shit?
No. You said, damn, I'm forgetting it, but I got it right here. You said, oh yeah, it's either you're Christian or you're going to heaven. I didn't make this up.
Yeah.
Like I can see my gay friend saying, "Oh yeah, well I'm going to dick heaven," like saying some dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
Because I know. I'm sorry.
Clip it. Clip it.
I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. Like
repeat it.
That's it.
But
that one line's going crazy.
Okay, here's
I'm going to dick heaven. Just
I can see him saying that.
Auto-tune on it.
But here's what's crazy, right?
now we know what you were on the run eating.
With a cocker spaniel.
Don't make me on me, man. Chill. So hold on, because that's something right there. Like, you joked with Meek Mill. Meek Mill is.
I love Meek. Free Meek, bro.
Yes. What?
Meek is straight. Free Meek.
Yeah, okay.
Meek is straight.
Right.
Stop saying he's gay.
Right. It's you who keeps saying that.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I gotta stop that shit. I gotta stop that shit.
No,
No,
'cause
I always say he's straight.
Right.
I say he's bad at proving he's straight.
Okay. Yes. I believe he's straight
Like
as
if
well.
I call you, if I call you gay, you don't go, "Oh, I fucking love pussy." Right? Like you don't.
Right.
But if you did do that, me and EFN, we look at each other like, "Yo, what the fuck is that?"
But you gotta now. Let me
go to dick heaven.
No, but free me.
But let me defend
I always
Meek.
say he's straight. I
Let me
always say
defend
he's straight.
Meek. Let me defend Meek.
And he gets
right?
a bad shake.
Let me defend Meek.
Yeah.
As a person who has never been accused of being gay, right?
Yeah.
He's probably thrown off because that's probably the furthest thing. He probably used to like the Illuminati rumors, used to like, you know, what's the guy, Mike, Ruben Benson, what's the guy, Michael Rubin, like used to that the other shit. But when he's being bombarded with these gay rumors, he's like, so I mean, like it's like someone calling you Four Eyes or some shit like that. You're like,
He's just
so
not
what?
used to it.
Yeah, so
He's also got to see the pictures from that party in the Hamptons and be like, "Yo, what the fuck are we doing?" Like, every summer you see the pictures and it's crazy.
But all right, now let me be devil's advocate.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Every year, there's a
photographer's
suspect
waiting
picture.
for you to grab the guy's hips and There's no pictures where they're not hugging. There's no pictures where it's just a regular conversation and a dap up. This is the next summer. It's got a little.
They don't invite me to these parties. I don't know.
I know why. Because you got a conversation with a dude trying to hug you with fucking.
You get invited to those parties?
No.
But so, like Meek again. Let me just stay on that for a second, because to me, Meek is a street guy. He just, like you said. Do you ever like be cautious of that type of thing? Because maybe he'll find it funny. I remember at first he tweeted
found it funny.
He tweeted, and then you doubled down. And I think you tripled down.
You're a double down type of
So
that's the other thing. I'm for like whatever.
No, but let me ask you because as a rapper, he found it funny at the first, right? He tweeted it out.
It's funny.
And he was like, all right, you know, that was funny, cool, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But then you double down and then you triple down. Are you wrong if he takes that in the wrong way? Because it's like, all right, cool. I got it at first, but you kept going.
He's totally allowed to like be bothered or offended.
Okay.
Like 100%. And I get that, actually. I understand. Like I was saying before, like how you react to anything is okay.
Right.
We're not about to police the way Americans react to shit. Like you got freedom to react however the fuck you want.
Right.
Within the confines of the law, 100%. But if you're like offended or bothered or annoyed, you're like, why the fuck does this kid do that shit?
Right.
I would hope that he knows my heart and I'm just trying to like make light of this kind of fucked up situation. Right. But I always, if you notice, like in the captions or anything, I'm always like, yo, leave Meek alone. Meek is not gay. These, you know, like because I do think he gets an unfair shake on the internet.
Yeah.
Like the internet really comes for him because he kind of tweets shit that it's wild.
Right.
So that's the other thing. Like he can't be, just as I can't be like upset at how he responds to something, I don't think he can be upset at how the internet responds.
Right.
People think a million different things of me, you, and you.
Yeah.
Like we put content out on the internet and they could cut it up however they want, make us look however they want.
Narratives out of it.
100, and that's the cost of success.
Right.
We can't have success. We can have a show where we sit around, smoke weed, and drink alcohol, make money, feed our families, and then go, but why doesn't everyone understand me?
Yeah, it's crazy. I had a comedian call me the other day about a doctored footage of Kevin Hart. This, and if I say it, Mike Epps, someone doctored footage of Kevin Hart on our show and
used AI?
It wasn't
like they edited the
AI,
clip
but
in a
they
way?
edited it where they made, and I was like, Mike, I had to tell him, I was like, yo,
not
bro,
real.
they got you. I was like, yo, they got you. Like this footage of Mayweather spelling the GOAT wrong on our show.
Yeah, that was.
Who?
No, it was GOAT. It was
I said
GOAT.
Mayweather, yeah.
How'd he spell GOAT?
No, it was GOAT, sir.
He spelled it correctly.
If you're going to interrupt,
They had him spelling it
but
wrong.
he spelled it right, but they did it.
They just changed it around.
Then this footage of Lil Wayne literally doing like this. He blows the weed thing off, but they reversed it so it goes like this. And they go, look at N.O.R.E's face, and Lil Wayne goes like this. And it looks like he sniffed a line, and I go, oh shit. And I'm like, you idiots, we would have edited that shit. But
Shit is wild right now.
yeah, shit is wild.
Yo, but free Meek though.
Okay, yeah. If you had anything to say to Meek to
I love you.
Okay, that's dope.
And anytime you want to tweet about how much you love girls, just hit me first. I'll approve it.
Right.
And then you put that shit out. And next time you get invited to that party, wear black.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like, you gotta do something to
At
let
the white
people know
party.
you're not allowed to hug me from the back. You gotta do something. You gotta wear a turtle shell or some shit. You gotta just that party's getting too. Doesn't it not feel a little weird? The party, and I know we could just say this because we're not invited, but it does feel a little weird, right?
Yeah, but I want to be invited. I don't want to lie to y'all.
How badly?
No, I want to wear a watch there. I want to shut down.
I want to wear a watch there.
Yes, I do. I'm gonna buy a watch just to go there to
the white party.
Yeah, to the white party.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think he means. I think Michael. I think it's Michael Rubin is his name. Right?
The guy that does the part. Right.
He seems like a good dude.
Yeah,
he does seem like a good dude. It's just funny how the internet reacts to pictures, but that's what we do as humans. Like we see a bunch of people enjoying their life, having a great time. Our knee-jerk reaction isn't to go, well, I wish them the best.
Right.
Our knee-jerk human interaction is, man, fuck you.
Yo, but I'm gonna be honest, and now this is for everyone in the room, right? If you look through your album photos, everyone has one suspect picture.
I got a million.
Of course.
Yes. It's just, I'm just being honest with you. You had it on an angle where you look this way and you had your tongue out and you look like Jordan going like that. And you know what I mean? Like everyone has I'm just being honest. If you look through everyone's.
And the way they take pictures now.
Yes.
The guy picked that looks foul, you know, like when the hand was just going like this.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So, oh, yes. Okay. Oh,
We can segue to flowers.
Okay, yeah.
What a segue.
That was hard, though. I liked it, though.
It was hard.
I liked it.
But this is what we got to do with this is like, so white people have this thing called like white boy fun. Are you familiar with this?
It's very gay.
It's just gay jokes.
Yeah. Yes, I know about,
So
I got
white boy
I got
fun
white
is-
boy friends, kids.
Okay, and now I think black people are getting in on white boy fun, and it's awesome.
Yeah, but they be fucking up, though, because they be saying pause and being, you can't do that. You can't
You can't
if you're
do
gonna
both.
white boy, you can't, his pause has to go out the window.
We say fast forward.
Fast forward, yes. You fast forward because the other day you was like, I'm getting a date to come. I was like, Andrew, it's not that type of show.
So I think that the more you embrace the white boy fun or the gay jokes or whatever like that, the less it can hurt you when it happens.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No, but I get it. I drink Jaeger before with Red Bull. What is that called? The Jaeger bombs.
The Jaeger bomb.
Jaeger
No,
bomb.
that's Jaeger and
With vodka, right?
no. What is a Jaeger?
With beer. Jaeger and beer.
Jaeger and beer.
Jaeger bombs.
You
Those
drop
are
your
Jaeger
Jaeger
bombs.
bombs.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Like a sake bomb.
Yeah, I've been down with that shit.
That's crazy, bro.
Nobody gets white boy wasted.
Yeah.
That is the best. And you know what's great about like real white guys who drink?
Yeah.
Is they wake up the next day like nothing happened.
Nothing.
Screaming at the mirror.
This motherfucker was fighting the mirror.
Yeah.
He was punching the concrete wall.
Yeah.
And he'll wake up in the morning like, nothing happened, man.
Yeah.
It just made my hand swollen.
Yeah. How awesome is that?
Yeah, he was punching a fucking concrete wall for 20 minutes, calling it Albert. Albert, fuck you! So I loved it. But
This is good.
my only thing is when I'm gonna tell you my rule.
I
though.
love you embracing our culture.
No, I'm gonna tell you my rule though. No, I'm gonna be honest. I'm very experienced.
This cultural
I've been more,
No, this is
I've been
cultural
more
appreciation.
successful than I have
Appreciate
been.
it.
This is what I don't do. I don't mix.
You don't mix white boy fun and.
No, I don't mix drinks.
Oh, okay.
Because because they have like certain hours where they change.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like, all right, cool. It's Johnny Walker time. Like, wait a minute. We was just
Yeah.
on Hennessy. Don't we stay on Hennessy? And they don't do that.
So you find if you keep the same alcohol, you can be more responsible?
But I can never let them know that I'm keeping the same alcohol. Because when they switch, I gotta act like I'm switching too.
Really?
Yes, when they go, all right, cool. It's Jaeger time. I gotta be like, yep, Jaeger it up.
It is important to us that everybody takes part in the indulgence. Why is that?
Yes.
Like if I'm doing shots, everybody gotta do shots.
Yes.
And if you're not doing it, you're like ruining the vibe for some reason. Yeah, we do peer pressure like that.
Yes. It's the best peer pressure in the world, though.
Yeah, we're good at peer pressure.
Yes, it's great.
We're fucking good at it.
You stormed the Capitol.
We did that shit. We got in. Can we talk about that? We got in, yeah. Give it up for that. They went inside. They got inside. Everybody talk their shit about what they're gonna do.
They got out.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And we out.
You know how long we've been saying, we're gonna storm the Capitol. These motherfuckers went in.
They break into the Capitol.
Yo, one dude had lunch. He had a lunch. What is this shit called? A lunch bucket where you take the lunch?
Yeah.
Like they had a lunch box that he planned to stay there. Like he was. That's real shit. Yeah.
We thought it was gonna be our country.
Right. In 2022,
We thought it was ours.
In 2022, you did a special and you said that you missed Trump, right?
Oh yeah.
And now we have Trump back. This is the first time ever we've all witnessed this. We've never seen a president.
The context of the joke is important though.
Yes, because you said you're a comedian.
Like I
and you
miss
missed
how absurd he is, and like the news is just so.
Oh, he's
crazy.
giving it to us.
Bro, I feel like it hasn't been that many bars. Thank you. You trying to get me fucked up?
What do you mean? Elon Musk is a bar in itself.
Yeah, Elon Musk is what replaced those custom bars.
That's kind of what I think. I think Trump is like laying in the cut and letting Elon take all the smoke.
It might be the strategy.
Because nobody says shit about Trump anymore because it doesn't stick. Like I feel like for so long they've been saying things about Trump, trying to make him like radioactive and toxic.
Right.
And people were just like, all right, whatever. Like they convicted him of shit.
Yeah, people got over it.
And
though.
he
It was too
still
much.
voted for him,
Right.
Like, so
He was grabbing him by the pussy and everything.
son, I did defend that one. That is
You
wild.
defended it, you said?
I did defend that one.
Yeah.
I did, because he was like, if you're famous, like you could do that. You've been famous. Have you found that? I'm married, bro. I'm married. I've always been married while I'm famous.
I'm married
What
too,
is
but
that
I've
like?
had 1998, the best year of my life. I still have never grabbed nothing by the pussy.
You never grabbed it by the pussy?
Nah, I don't think so.
That's good for you.
I think it might have been the fifth, not the first.
Yeah,
you
can't go first.
can't start like that.
But if you use
that's Viking
rewind,
shit.
you can absolutely grab it by the pussy. If you see a girl walking down the street and her pussy looks ungrabbed, rewind it.
So
The disguise
Is this real or not?
It's real.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Bro, not this box. It's an actual box that,
Look at what they're gonna sell. Look at what N.O.R.E. gonna sell you.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at what N.O.R.E. gonna sell you. You buy a whole box of nothing when you buy a rewind.
Make some noise for that. So let me ask you, as a comedian, is Trump giving you the material that you need to successfully deliver these jokes?
Nah,
or
not anymore.
yet?
Like it was fun, like in the beginning when he was just so people couldn't believe what was happening, and now I think it's very common. Like so, in the early stages, we all kind of knew he was funny, but like people were scared to admit it because they're like, well, if I say that, what will my friends think? Right. And now that he's won and he won easily and he's popular and like the majority of the country supports him, it's no longer dangerous to defend it.
Right.
You know what I mean? If anything, it's more dangerous to defend the opposite side.
Right.
Like that's more fun and exciting.
Right.
I think with comedy,
more risky.
you always want to go against the grain. Like it was risky to defend Trump with the grabber by the pussy shit. Like so that was a fun joke for me. You know, so I'm thinking about, okay, like how could I, this is a crazy statement that he said. How could I defend this? Like what's something funny about it? You know? So I write a joke about it. And so now it's like the opposite. What is the joke defending? I don't know, lighting Tesla on fire or some shit, which I don't think you should do. But like, what's the funny joke defending it? You know?
But when he met with that dude that had the sweatsuit on,
Zelensky?
Yeah.
The dude with the sweatsuit.
That shit was crazy, right?
That shit was wild.
That shit was crazy.
that was a rap battle. I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
But it was 2-on-1.
That was Smack TV.
In their neighborhood.
He was like, you're in no position. You're in no position. I was like,
and he was touching me. That contact.
That was the first time I was like, that's some Queen shit right there. He's like, you're in no position.
This is the Queen shit. One of the reporters goes, and it was like a Russian reporter, she goes, while they're all there, he goes, and what if Putin doesn't president accepts the ceasefire.
This guy's German?
Whatever. How do you do Russian? That is German. Fuck, that is German. Okay. How do you do Russian?
I'll take German.
Okay, that's it. Yeah. What if the Germans? What if the Russians do not accept the ceasefire? Right? And Trump just looks at him. He goes. What if someone drops a bomb on your head? What if?
He said that so matter-of-factly.
But this is what people don't realize, and I keep telling people, Trump is like this billionaire, he came from money and all that kind of stuff, but he talks poor.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't talk like he comes from money, like he went to Ivy League schools. He talks
100%.
like he's from the block.
He just off the cuff.
So, what if someone drops a bomb on your head? He's the president. He just told the reporter, what if someone drops a bomb on your head?
He's like playing the dozens with you.
That's it. He goes, what if? I mean, to a woman. So I think there's a relatability to that. And now I think most people are like comfortable saying that.
Right.
So it's not as like dangerous to defend him or like even admit that he's funny. Like obviously the guy's funny. We all know he's funny.
Do you think he thinks he's funny?
Yeah. And he like when we interviewed him, if he says something that makes you laugh.
Oh, that's right. You guys.
Yeah, like he said this shit that made me laugh. He's like, yeah, I got shot, and you know, these country doctors, and I laughed because it was like he's
what?
Because he's so New York that he don't even realize it sometimes. So like he called a doctor in Ohio a country doctor, and it's just like
that's where he got shot at.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it
was it Pennsylvania? Was it
Pennsylvania? Sorry, Butler, right? Yeah,
Okay.
but so it's Pennsylvania, not even really like middle of America.
No, yeah.
But in his mind, if you're not from New York, you're from the country. So he goes,
right, Miami's a country name,
exactly.
probably, right?
And these country doctors, you know, like in his mind, he was surprised they had instruments and shit. It was, you know, so these country doctors, and I laughed, and he saw me laugh, and he kept saying it a few more times because he's like working his set.
Yeah.
But that
he's
shit
tweaking
it. But like anybody else would be very like disciplined. They'd be like, oh, this doctor was excellent, and the training that they received, and he was like, nah, this fucking country bumpkin with his overalls fixed my ear pretty good. You know, he's a wild boy.
Oh, I mean,
Right though?
yeah.
No, yeah. But going back to you having him on the show, did you get any other insight of having him in person in front of you?
Like
That was the first time you met him?
Oh yeah, he's like a cute listener to like what people are going through.
Really?
Yeah, like, and it could be for better or for worse, but that's, I think, his competitive advantage is like, if you are saying something is bothering you, he will listen. Where a lot of politicians on both sides, they might hear you, but they'll go, we know how to make it better. Just trust us. You guys sit down and don't do anything. Whereas Trump is used to entertainment and TV. He's used to the ratings. He's like, what do the people like? Okay, let's do this. Oh, they like when I say you're fired? That's going to be my tagline. You're fired. Like, he's very in tune with the audience, if you will. So it's not surprising to me when people are like, man, the food is unhealthy in America, and he appoints the guy who says the food is poisonous to run the food.
Right.
Like it's just very transactional in that way.
Who? Robert Kennedy?
Yeah.
RFK, yeah.
So and
What's wrong with his voice? I'm not gonna
too much white boy fun, bro.
Too many Jägermeister.
He definitely sniffed a lot of cocaine in his life.
I think he was he admitted he was on heroin for years.
That's right.
Yeah.
He wanted to do drink champs.
Yeah. And we should have him
Why
on
are you
Drink
laughing
Champs.
at that, bro? Why?
Wait, I missed that. What happened?
Why are you laughing at? Yeah, we got a heroin fiend
Let's
running
make some
the.
noise for Robert Kennedy doing heroin.
Yeah.
You welcome over here, goddammit. You ain't banned from here. Come do heroin over here, goddammit, and show the American people how to eat.
Exactly.
Only a heroin addict can show you how to eat.
But he looks good though, like for his age.
For his age,
And who's his best friend? The Rock or something?
His best friend?
Yeah.
The Rock.
The Rock with Robert Kennedy. Google it.
That's some crazy shit.
Google it. Robert Kennedy and The Rock. He's like, that's his friend.
That's the tag team?
Yeah, Google it.
You just made that shit.
No, it's one of the
This is. Let me tell you something.
Google it.
That's the most.
Oh
Trump
yeah, my
shit.
Google's different.
Your Google's way different. There's no way.
And Google's the slowest Google in the fucking world.
Yeah. Your Google's not on cocaine.
ChatGPT or some shit,
Just you're on cocaine, your Google's not on cocaine.
That shit up.
I guarantee he's gonna find these words.
Some celebrity.
I swear that you write in Spanish.
It's not The Rock, it's somebody else. It's a celebrity.
It's not The Rock.
Who?
The Rock and RFK.
Yes.
I mean, everybody's good friends with a Kennedy, so I guess.
I ain't got no Kennedys. I got Kennedy Fried Chicken.
No, I'm saying it. They all have celebrity
I know them. But they were down with Al Qaeda.
I've never seen The Rock and RFK together.
It's one of these actors. He was supposed to run, and he was going to have him as his VP.
Oh,
I forget what it was.
I see what you're saying.
I forget what it was. And this is when he was trying to come to Drink Champs. That's how I know.
We should have had him on.
You got to have him on. No,
we were supposed to have him on.
He's great. He's charming.
Yeah, but he ain't going to drink, so.
Oh, that's right.
Who cares? No, we have people that don't drink.
Do you have sober people on here?
No, but I want him to drink.
You want to hear the stories?
Yes, I want him to drink and be like, hey, man, I remember Marilyn Monroe was sniffing coke. I want to hear that.
He's the son, though.
That's his uncle.
Oh, that's the son.
That's not the son.
No, his father, too. You know, his
father smashed Marilyn?
supposedly, yeah.
Wait a minute.
They was
I thought
they was wilding out.
Let's make the noise so Kennedy's getting loud.
Kennedy was wilding out.
Now, that White House must be crazy.
Oh yeah, that was.
Did you heard that Kid Rock has a replica of the White House in his where he lives?
This is his property.
And his property.
Wow, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, and all they do is cocaine all day.
He made a White House to do
Allegedly,
cocaine.
this is not accurate.
Nah, the cocaine part I made up.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, I did. That part I made up. But no, I heard that he has a replica of the White House. But
No, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen
and when you walk in, it's like a party house stuff.
Oh, okay. That's what he does, his parties in the White House.
Yeah.
All right, that's vibes.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That's vibes, right?
That's a lot of money. You got to have a lot of money
to have a replica of the White House be your guest house.
Be your guest house. Yeah, that's a flex.
That is a flex.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard Kid Rock is a little racist, but we'll still have him on. Yeah. You welcome.
He's racist? I don't think Kid Rock's racist. Do you think? He's conservative for sure.
Listen, you said something about a MAGA hat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so you know.
Yeah, the Tesla truck is the new MAGA hat.
Which is crazy. Because it was the ultimate symbol of liberalism at one point.
But the MAGA hat, by the way, I wake up every morning, I see this Latina lady every morning.
The one from the thing in his special?
No, that's the Latina nurse. That's the nurse. The nurse doesn't come out. But I see this Latina lady comes out every morning on the beach, and she has a Make America Great hat.
She trying not to get sent back.
And I swear to God, me, Los, and Mitch has been running this shit for maybe 3 straight years straight. We see her every single morning. She does not know whether to say hi to us. But guess what?
What?
We don't know whether to say hi to her neither.
But why?
We don't know.
Why can't you say hi to she? You're Cuban, right?
Yeah. She looks at us. We look at her.
You don't think he's MAGA, bro?
No, I'm definitely not.
No, it's
I can't. Y'all believe in this shit? Are we really gonna believe in this shit?
I know where you're coming from. My Cuban people are hella MAGA.
Yeah. I got some Puerto Rican MAGAs.
I'm not mad at you right now, but I'm not MAGA.
It's horrible.
Ain't nobody more MAGA than a Cuban in Miami, bro. Let me tell you that.
You're right.
Stop it. Everybody, you gotta stop it right now.
You're right.
Hold on. Let me just tell you something. Me and I regret, how me and Daddy Yankee fell out.
Hold on.
Let's go.
Would you say the Cuban community here, especially in Florida,
100%?
100%.
Not 100%, obviously, not 100, but
mostly.
The majority, yeah. But this goes back to the Kennedys, Bay of Pigs. This is very historical with Cubans.
Well, I think that's it.
And being Republican,
I think that's an important thing to understand is so if you understand what Cubans have been through, you'll understand why they're so concerned about a country going towards communism. And they see liberalism go to socialism, then to communism, right? So anything super liberal, they get concerned that they're going to go through what their family already went through, these horrible stories, right? Where they lost everything.
Right.
Because I don't think anybody gives pushback to Cubans when they say what they experienced and how they don't want to experience it again.
Right, but they've gotten pushbacks.
Because people don't know the history. But people who know the history understand
And as a Cuban, I'm confused sometimes too when they're so MAGA because I'm like, this administration is also very cozy with Russia, Putin, a former KGB, the ultimate communist, So that's a little confusing at times.
For sure.
What's the guy name that was running for President John? I think
President John?
No, John. What was the guy name? And I believe that particularly is when me and Daddy Yankee stopped speaking was because he had endorsed him. It was a Republican guy.
Oh,
John
McCain.
Yes.
Oh, McCain.
So you guys stopped talking over politics?
I believe so.
No.
I believe so. When he publicly, at that time.
We got to call him.
Who, John McCain?
No, Daddy Yankee, bro.
Let's go get him on the phone now.
What is that?
Call Hal. Get John McCain on the phone. I mean, Heaven. Excuse me. My bad. What the fuck? I didn't mean to say that.
No, we got to call.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, but that's where I pinpointed.
Wait, so you guys caught beef over that?
I publicly denounced him for publicly.
You were against McCain?
Of course I was.
And he was for McCain?
Oh, yeah. And I believe McCain was against Obama, or was
Obama and McCain ran against each other, but they had like a really
very
cordial,
very cordial.
Yeah.
They had respect.
But this was like in the beginning.
And then Trump shitted all over McCain after death, which is wild to me.
McCain said he didn't even want to come to he didn't want him at his funeral. He told he on his deathbed. He said, "Tell Trump don't come to my shit."
Yeah.
Do you know how mad you gotta be on your deathbed? Niggas say, "Yo, what you want?" He's like, "Just make sure Trump don't come up to my shit."
Yeah, like this. See, there's a lot of craziness in all of this shit, dude. This is wild.
Wait, why? So you haven't spoken to him since?
I believe I could be getting my time.
That can't be the reason.
I mean, I have me and him have no other problem. We have nothing. We haven't spoken 17 years. I believe that. I believe that kind of says it's something.
He didn't want to talk to me on that flight.
I don't have no text.
I think knowing that I was your friend.
Huh?
On the flight to LA, I told you he was right next to me and he didn't say a word to me.
Oh yeah. Okay. See.
I don't like
this.
I don't like this.
We could have seen each other, but it's okay. What I'm saying is that's how deep politics is. That's why I brought that up.
Yeah, but like,
and the thing about it is, thing about it was,
the polarization, the way that it divided.
Like Nicky Jams, remember. I didn't understand Nicky Jam supporting Trump neither. I didn't understand all that. But then Nicky Jams came out and then he called him a girl. He's like, he's one of, he's like, I'm introducing Nicky Jams.
She's hot.
She's one of the hottest out there. He's talking about a guy,
fire, bro.
Yeah. And then Nicky Jam still stayed on the campaign until Homeboy did the comedy special and called Puerto Rico a floating garbage, which was horrible joke. Horrible joke.
Who said this?
So Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. I'm about to say you don't get Puerto Rican newspaper?
No, that's right.
You only get the Cuban newspaper?
Tony is hilarious comedian. You know,
he did not take it back.
So here's the thing about that joke, and like he actually had like a thoughtful explanation kind of what happened, but I didn't realize this because at first when I saw him do the joke, and like Tony's a buddy of mine, like I love Tony, but what I thought is that he just doesn't understand what Puerto Rico was. That was my knee-jerk reaction because Puerto Rico to New Yorkers, like if you saw the way the audience reacted, they were like, oh, like they didn't cheer at it. They were like confused because to New Yorkers, Puerto Rico is like our first exotic vacation.
Right.
Like when you grow up kind of regular in New York, you don't get to go to Cabo or some shit. Your first exotic vacation with your family is you go to fucking Rincon or whatever and you just enjoy Puerto Rico, right? So I was like, okay, maybe he doesn't know how we feel about Puerto Rico. And then,
or that it's even a U.S. territory, that they're U.S. citizens.
Exactly. So he goes, and then I was either talking to him or watching him say something about it. He goes, dude, actually it had nothing to do with that. It's an old bit. Do you remember when there was a floating pile of garbage in the Atlantic?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, with the way the shit was moving, it was combining it.
It was like miles wide.
Yeah.
So it was a play off of that.
Oh.
But because that was a story 3 years ago, we didn't really make the connection. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really...
I mean, I understood that connection. I just thought it was in poor taste for that.
But you're smarter than the rest of us. But like, I guess the idea was, it wasn't just, hey, this is funny because I'm calling something garbage. The idea was I'm playing off of this thing that's happening, you know, this, what would you call it? Like some sort of like a recycling issue in the world and the oceans or whatever. Doesn't matter. I hate explaining jokes, but it's not what I'm trying to say is like, it's not coming from this place. Like, this is how I see Puerto Rican people. I think they're garbage. It was a play off of this like horrible thing that's happening.
And I'm gonna tell you,
but it was the platform where it was said. I think
the Trump
made it a little weirder.
Of course.
This is what I keep telling people is like how everybody interpreted that is okay.
Right.
Like we can't be upset at how people interpreted it because they don't have all this information about him. They might not even know who he is. So if that upsets them, that's all right.
No, but I'm just
explaining where he's coming from as a friend.
I'm gonna tell you where the people were coming from because right now they have all this tax breaks for you know the wealthy people that's coming into Puerto
I saw
Rico.
a lot of Dominicans agreeing with that joke. I just want to let you know.
Yeah, because
about what, Puerto Rico?
When Tony said that shit, they were
Mr. Lee was like,
let's fucking do it.
But here's the deal: they have and Bad Bunny recently like made like damn near a whole album about it and made visuals about it. They're visualizing a Puerto Rico without Puerto Ricans.
So you're talking about that tax break where essentially you pay $0 in income tax if you make over a certain amount of money.
And you have to live there for
there's a lot of
6
people
months in one day
there.
or 7 months one day.
We know people.
Yeah, yeah.
The idea is to like bring people into the, what is it called? Territory? What do you call it?
Territory.
To bring people into the territory that have a lot of money and hopefully they'll inject money into the local economies. That is the idea.
But it's also could be gentrification because now you're bringing these people with money. They can move people out.
They
can make it their own.
So I
Those
get
are your friends too?
Yeah, no. I first of all, I get why people do the same shit in Florida, by the way.
Okay, I'm out here.
Like, you know how much taxes cost in New York? And then you moved here and you're like, whoa, I could save a lot of money. So
much better.
Exactly. So Puerto Rico is the Florida for Floridians.
No, it's even better because I don't believe there's no federal tax in Puerto Rico. I believe it's
but
not.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
in Florida, it's still federal tax.
Of course. What I'm just saying is like, so in New York, let's say you're making a lot of money, you spend in 50% in tax, and then you got to spend 5% in city tax.
Yep, and then property tax if you own.
So you're at 50% at least, or maybe a little over. You come down to Florida, you save 13%, right? So let's just do raw numbers. If you're a rich dude, you're making $10 million a year. You're saving $1.3 million cash a year just living in Florida.
Right. That's right, I got that.
So that's why a lot of people move to Florida. Now,
we're gonna
there's
edit
a lot
this
of
part out. You stay where y'all at.
They do the same shit.
We should just put another state.
Yeah, but another
Texas.
state. When you move to Minnesota,
They do it in Texas too. And then there are people that go, okay, I can save 13% here, but wait a minute, I could save another 40% on top of that if I move to Puerto Rico and I just got to stay there for 6 months. And I travel every weekend.
That's not even really moving there.
That's so. I guess I'm hesitant to criticize everybody that goes to Puerto Rico to do it because I know a lot of people that move to Florida to do that exact same thing, and Texas to do the exact same thing. So you're just doing it to different levels. Now it does suck if they're pushing people out of certain areas.
That's the part.
You can't criticize who's
That's
doing
the part
it,
that made that Puerto Rican joke not funny. It's because that was something that I didn't realize that they were going through. And then Bad Bunny and then Nicky Jams came up. It was like, I'm not taking back my support of Trump because of that joke, and then the people was telling them like, yo, look, how many people like this? Like I remember Queensbridge. I remember at one point, this is when Trump wasn't president. Trump was just the real estate tycoon, and letters was under these people's doors. And they was giving everybody like $10,000 to move out. Because they wanted to turn Queensbridge into the first Manhattan development company. Queensbridge is fucking a golden mine. It's right across the street. It's right across the street. And I remember like people like, that was like the first sign of gentrification ever hitting New York City. And I remember people like, certain people were happy. They were like, I got $10,000. And certain people had nowhere else to go. So it's a totally different thing.
What's tricky about the gentrification thing also is like, there's a lot of people that are minorities or whatever that ethnic group is that like have lived in that area forever, right? Like, and they bought their homes there.
Oh, so they're making
and those people are actually really making a lot of money because of gentrification. So there's this one argument where you go like, it's really fucked up that this other group is moving in and causing prices to go up and moving these people out of the community that they built. There's another part where it's like those people that made that investment in that area are now getting reward off their
They're getting cashed out. They're cashing out.
Low key, it's like white people get to do that all the time. They get to buy real estate somewhere and then they get to sell it and nobody goes, how dare you sell out the community? Everybody goes, oh, you're a smart real estate developer. But the second a black person does it or a Latino person does it, they're like, how dare you sell out your community? It's like, he's just trying to make... Like,
but most minorities don't own in their community. That's the problem. That's where the problem is.
That's not entirely true.
I think the percentage would probably... I don't know this, but I'm sure it'll show us that it's lopsided.
No. I get what you are saying, but there are definitely ones that do. And like, there's part of me that like goes, man, I don't knock that person that has an opportunity to make life-changing money of selling their brownstone and like, they could take on crazy debt to put their 3 kids through school, or they could make billions of dollars selling their brownstones to some fucking white family from the city. And now their kids don't got to worry about college. Like, this shit is a little bit more complicated.
It's mad.
You know what it is? Sorry, political, so I'm going to switch back to the interview, but it's an example, a perfect example that's just happened right now. It's Flow Rider just bought a whole goddamn fucking block. A whole fucking
him
plaza.
And Freezy, right? Was it him and Freezy? Who did it with him?
I didn't know if he had a partner. All
he has a partner,
my bad, Freezy. What's his name?
I think it was Freezy, right?
But Flow Rider just bought a whole fucking thing, right? And then I saw that, I wanted to promote that. But then I seen Trick Daddy double down on him and was like, yo, I'm gonna actually have a store there. Like, do you know how much, and I'm not saying black or white. I'm saying hip hop. I'm saying the people who understand that we want our community to be better.
Yeah.
The more things like that happen, the more this shit is.
It's the education, man. We haven't gotten the financial education to make those moves, and that's really where we fall short.
That's like, I think the illusion is that white people got that financial education too. Like, I'm financially illiterate. My parents were financially illiterate. Wow. They were fortunate enough that they made money. Like, my parents had a dance studio. They were teaching dance lessons, and then dance lessons were popular, so they were able to make money. And like Manhattan, yeah. And but like, the illusion is that I think that there's like, the majority of us know what the fuck is going on. We don't.
Right.
And I think that's where the resentment comes from, is like, you see these people that understand the stock market and they understand investing, they understand real estate, and they seem to get richer and richer and richer. And I'm going to use us, like, obviously we're doing well, but like people that grew up similarly to us, we grew up at different levels, but still without like this, maybe you're financially literate, I don't know, but like I didn't grow up learning about none of that shit. So the rest of us are kind of like, hold on. How are they making 30% on the stock market? I don't even really understand stocks.
No, we grew up scared to invest anything to anything.
Because I heard the market's going to crash. I'm going to lose everything.
I'm going to invest money into this thing that's called a stock that I don't know and I can't grab it and I hold it.
So of course I'm going to buy something stupid that looks like I could use, a watch, a car, whatever.
Jordans, right?
Exactly, because in my brain I'm like, well, at least I can hold it and it has value and I can see it.
Right.
So I think that, like, to your point, that financial education, getting as many people that grew up without that education, which is really passed down from your family, it's not at school.
Right.
But getting people invested into the market, or at least understanding what the market is, so that they're not so intimidated, then they'll feel connected to the success of America. Right now, it feels like there's a few people that make a lot of money in America, and everybody else kind of just like hopes to get lucky.
Right.
That's the sentiment that I feel.
No, I saw you talking about that. It makes sense. Like, once you're invested, then you're invested in the whole country being successful.
That was this idea, and I'm sure that like it's short-sighted and there's definitely holes in it, et cetera, but
the gist of it is there. Like, it makes sense, right?
If every American born got $10,000 put into an account that was invested in the S&P 500, so like the top 500 stocks that are being traded, and they weren't allowed to touch until they're 22, I wonder if they would have a lot more positive energy towards American industry, simply because let's say they're 15 years old, in 7 years, you want these companies to thrive, because in 7 years, you're going to reap the benefits of that.
Right.
So instead of lighting Tesla on fire, you're looking at Tesla, you're going, holy shit, this is an American-made auto company. 100% of the cars are made in America. I'm invested in that company. I want it to thrive. Maybe I disagree with Elon on all this other stuff. And protest, that's American. Like, find another way to protest. But I'm not going to light that shit on fire because, hey, we're all invested in the success of this company.
Right.
I think that's what a lot of the politics shit misses, is like, there are people that they come from situations where they don't have access to this type of financial education, and they are left behind, and they're just looking at these politicians going, you all are lying to me. I'm waiting for one of you to actually look like you care.
Right. And I think also people lack in this country historical context to a lot of things. So they'll get mad about something right now, not understanding a backstory. They're like, no, we live in the present, but this is what happened right now.
Sure.
But you don't understand what happened here, and here that led us to here. And not knowing that, if you knew that, then you could maybe understand people more, put yourself in their shoes. And we'd have more understanding.
Let me switch it up for a little bit, right? The beautifulest thing to me about your comedy is I can actually just put it on, strap. I could walk and just listen to you all day. Like, all your comedy.
He's gonna strap you on, man.
Oh, no, damn. you like that shit.
Sorry, you walked in.
I gave it out of you.
He's with you. He's with you.
No, because
Hold on.
the thing about it is, like, you know,
I got the strap.
so many different times, if you name, you know, a comedian, you'll say he's a Mexican comedian, and then you'll say he's a Puerto Rican comedian, or he's a black comedian, or he's a white comedian. I feel like your comedy is so good that I don't think people even address you as a white comedian.
That's interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like you are like the Michael Jackson of white people, meaning like
What are you meaning by that?
Makes sense. Meaning like you transition because people don't judge you race-wise.
Right.
They judge you comedic-wise. Like if you speak to a person that's white, they don't look at Michael Jackson like he's a black person.
No,
they just say
he transcends race.
Yes, and to me, that's what you do with your comedy is like
Mike Tyson isn't black.
Yeah,
he's Mike Tyson.
He's Mike Tyson. Like OJ. He's OJ.
Yeah.
He's
No,
OJ. The OJ became black again though.
No, he did.
The OJ transitioned that shit.
You know what's funny?
No. Hey, fuck it. Let's just go there.
To something? No. Not to cut you, but like that is a good point because I remember. There was a lot of contention when he said that. Like the documentary came out that OJ was like, I'm not black,
I'm OJ, yeah.
And everybody looked at that like he was like maybe embarrassed of being black or something like that. But I think he was making a statement that was kind of true, that he was so famous, he was beyond his race.
Yes.
And I think you can, like, Will Smith is Will Smith. Denzel is Denzel.
Right.
Like, they're beyond
Their brand transcends all of that, right?
100%.
Right.
That's a really interesting, and Michael Jackson is that.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, George Jefferson and Archie Bunker had a conversation, and then George Jefferson says to him, like, he asked him about a black dude, and then he's like, it's Sammy Davis, I believe. And he was like, Sammy Davis is not black. And then George Jefferson is like, what? Yeah. And like, certain people transition that.
Yeah.
They don't look at them like Michael Jackson was one of them.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy was one of them. This is crazy, right?
It is interesting, yeah.
And to me, I'm sorry to throw you in that. I'm sorry to throw you in that.
Compare me to the racist.
I'm sorry to throw you.
Compare me to Archie Bunker.
But I literally listened to your specials. I was jogging. That's what I meant by strap on. So I was jogging, and I was like, I pictured myself as a white person, and then I pictured myself as a Chinese person, and then I pictured myself as every race that I could think of. And I was like, your comedy is that good.
Appreciate that.
Is that I felt like I could appreciate the comedy as any race.
I appreciate that, and I think that I genuinely give all the credit to that, to like growing up in New York City, and I don't think it's even possible to do without growing up in New York City, because that was my school. Like I went to public school in New York City. Like half of my public school was Asian. You know what I mean? Like it was just, you are around so much diversity that you learn how to communicate with each other, and it's just natural. Like I'll be honest with you, it's probably more uncomfortable for me to be around like some super rich, like snobby white people than it is to just be around like working class, middle class, everybody else.
That's real.
And we don't talk about this a lot, but a lot of it is class. You know what I mean? Like just being around like super rich, bougie people, it's just a little different. And it's not like a language that I communicate in. I'm a little rough around the edges. I'm going to make some fucked up jokes, you know, whatever. And they might be like a little put off by that. But that's a New York thing 100%. We are comfortable with each other.
Yes.
We say these jokes about each other. And I think,
No, but
how is that gay? We're comfortable with each other.
And who caused that?
No, but
he did.
Because he heard it in Spanish.
This is why I love.
He just heard.
But this is why I love your community. Like if this was right over the edge, you go right there. Like you're right there. Like, and most people laugh because I don't know how to explain it. It's just like,
well, that's the beauty of stand-up versus like sometimes a podcast.
Okay.
Like when we're just chopping shit up on a podcast, we might say some things that go over the edge. And then we look back and we're like, yo, what the fuck were we talking? Like, that's crazy. That happens all the time.
All the time.
Whereas with stand-up, you say that on stage for a year, and sometimes it goes too far, and the audience is like, nah, we didn't like that. And then you just slowly refine it.
Right.
Exactly. So podcast is like a bunch of lumps of clay, I always say. Right. Whereas like the stand-up becomes like a statue.
Right.
So, yeah, to what you're saying is...
Yeah, we're basically vomiting here.
Exactly.
I'm not going to lie. We
had
almost like 200 guests. Not one of them had put on the belt. I'm not going to lie to you. That's but our show is about giving people their flowers.
N.O.R.E, this is called white entitlement.
That's right.
You won the
title. Let me just tell you something. Our show is about giving people their flowers where they can smell them, their thoughts where they can tell them, their drinks where they can drink them.
Which he's slow drinking.
Yeah. And we want to give you your flowers. And we want you to understand your comedy is needed.
Do I keep it in the case?
Yeah,
No,
yeah. Keep it in the case.
I thought it was chocolate.
No. Go play the flowers.
This is fire. I'm keeping this.
Yes, please, because you are truly. You have. I'm gonna quote Drake. You started from the bottom and now you're here.
I'll say started from the middle, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
My bad.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
From the middle. You gotta redo that song.
I'll take
You started from the middle, now you're here.
Because I know people who started like
From the bottom.
that's the thing. Like, pause.
Where did that pause come from?
The bottom.
Yeah.
Do you know what the bottom is?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even going there.
But what's a bottom? No. But like for example, like Charlemagne, like where he came from, like in his life experience, Monk's Corner, South Carolina,
yeah.
dirt roads, population 8,000 people.
Wow.
He say that so much, I remember it.
I remember I went to Monk's Corner. The roads were paved. There was 24,000 people living there. I'm like, this motherfucker been lying to me for 10 years.
Yeah, they got the crystals there now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's his,
Shout out to
but
Charlemagne.
they got the crystals. Yeah.
But yeah, like I just see like where he came from and where he got to is incredibly impressive. And I think that a lot of times you can judge the impressiveness of somebody. Like if somebody gives you $1 million and you turn it into 1,100,000, that's not as impressive to me as if you go from $0 to 100,000. You see what I'm saying? And so I look at a lot of those people that are in those kind of situations and I'm like, whoa, that took a lot of straight just genius.
Right.
Really genius.
I remember one time we was in Hunt Fish Club.
Oh yeah.
And I was sitting there, we had dinner.
Gary's spot, right?
I believe, yes, my people.
No. It's like the place in Times Square. Where
Times Square, yes.
Yeah.
Hunt Fish Club. And I'm sitting there. And then this was the time, I'm telling you, Andrew out-hooded me in a hood spot. I don't know if you remember this. We sitting there, I believe y'all talking about Brilliant Aliens. I'm not sure Brilliant Aliens was at that time. But we're talking about On the Run Eating.
Yeah, of
Me and
course.
Charlemagne, my food show.
Oh no, they already had because I saw
So
him.
then they already had it.
When I signed the contract at CBS Radio, he walked by.
Okay, so this might be drink champs.
Yeah, you walked by. Yeah. So you already had Brilliant
And I'm
Aliens.
sitting there, we said hi, you were such a gentleman, you said hi to me, I
remember
said
at the
hi
back
to
of the
you.
restaurant.
And he was at the back of the restaurant, and then as I'm leaving, I was like, all right, cool, we did everything. And then you looked at me, he was like, fucking Noriega! The whole time I didn't know he even know Coach Spaniel. Like we had a whole meeting. And then as I'm leaving, I'm like, yo, goodbye. Like, and he's like, wait a minute, this whole fucking time that was fucking Noriega. And
dude.
I was like, yo, that was one of my most awkwardest, beautifest moments of my life.
So
that was huge,
how did the relationship with you and Charlemagne?
We met on Guy Code. So we were doing Guy Code.
MTV?
Oh, I thought that was like a Tinder.
No, also,
And
When
he
you
swiped
said-
left.
You swipe left? Yo, this is fucked up. This white boy wasted too. This white boy I'm about that shit. Let me get white boy wasted. Let's go. Let's keep it going. Let's go. I need another one.
So we met on Tinder, and it was.
You said that. Okay, you correct. Okay.
And we went, and it was just like we were both doing the show, and like I thought he was hilarious. And keep in mind, he's coming into New York at this time. Like we all grew up listening to Hot 97. This is what we did our entire lives, right? Like
Coming to Hot 97 Enemy.
But didn't he work with Wendy Williams before?
no, but
Still Hot 97 Enemy. Remember, she left Hot 97
So she
to
was
build
in-
her shit.
Okay.
she was in Philly or something like that, right? When he worked.
He
went to Philly.
She still had syndicated in New
Got
York.
it.
But it was just Philly, New York. So what he's saying is correct. He's almost enemy number one.
Right.
Like I don't
Hot
think
97. It's Hot 97. That's it.
Hot 97 was life. Like
That's
you're
it.
a radio, you understand. Like in
Right.
terms
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like hip hop, like the way that we, especially in New York City, but also the world. Like I think that was a lot of like America's access to hip hop.
Yeah.
He's
Hot
correct.
97
It was Hot
the
97
beacon of
and that's
hip hop.
it.
Yeah.
And they made you choose gangs. I
Right.
promise you.
I mean, it's just like, and then
Yeah.
he came in, and to see like Hot 97 deteriorate into what it is now compared to what it was.
Don't say deteriorate.
Sorry.
Okay, all right, cool. We still love Hot 97.
Okay,
Please.
listen, I don't want to be insulting, but like clearly there was a victor in this battle. And
Okay.
Breakfast Club became one of the most prolific like hip hop shows in the world. And I know that for a fact because when I would travel the world and do stand up,
Yes.
people would come out from Breakfast Club. Like they would come out from Brilliant Idiots, which was born off of the success
Right.
of Charlemagne and Breakfast Club.
Right.
Like to see what he, I mean, and that was like Radio Wars. Like
Yeah,
People
no,
don't
we
even
seen
realize.
That was nasty.
Nasty.
It was like gang wars, like straight up. Yeah.
Violence.
It is gang war.
Like I think people think it's just the artist that was doing that shit, but it's the radio guys.
Which I thought was a little ridiculous for it to get that crazy.
I agree. I don't know how many. I don't know. I don't want to tell anybody else's stories, but like, yeah.
Well, go ahead. Let me know.
Nah. You guys know more about that than me.
Yeah, I do. Let's go.
So tell me.
No,
What do you know?
wait.
Tell me about the radio
So
wars.
how does that connection though? Like that initial connection.
Oh yeah, so then we were just doing pods, and then he hit me because a guy named Chris Moreau, who produces the podcast, Loudspeakers Network, of course,
which had approached us originally to do Drink Champs.
Yes.
Oh really?
Big up Chris.
Yeah.
Chris Moreau.
Oh, you guys should have done Drink Champs, man.
We got.
Well, it wasn't Drink Champs yet. They approached him to do a thing that we used to do on Sirius XM together.
Got it. As your own thing. Well, that was smart of them to do it. Well,
Yeah.
Anyway, and he was like, "Do you guys want to do it?" And Charlamagne I would just get on the phone every week anyway and just talk shit about whatever it was. He's like, "Do we just do this as a podcast?" And we did it, and it was successful almost immediately because of him. And people were listening to him every single morning anyway. So listening to him on a podcast wasn't this like foreign
like
thing.
an easy.
It was like, I want more of this guy.
Right.
And yeah, from there the rest is history, man. But it was awesome. It was just awesome. Yeah. So tell me Radio Wars, because I really don't think people know how serious it got.
No. Radio Wars is serious. I don't know if people know.
He doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to.
I know he doesn't want to.
I don't want to.
He's like, I still want to be on the radio.
Yeah, I kind of do. Yes, but I'll be honest with you. There was an incident that happened from the Hot 97. I was not there.
About the incident.
Yes, I mean,
but that has something to do with the wars. With the radio wars?
He asked me my experience with radio wars,
I thought it was...
Yeah.
I mean, I can't...
I thought he was talking about the wars between the radio stations.
I'm taking all stories. Anybody else other story.
Go ahead, bro.
I can only give my story.
Dale, get the word.
So, there's a shootout that happened in front of Hot 97. I was not there.
This is when Hot 97 was where?
Hudson Street.
When it was still, yeah.
Yeah, this is when the feds came and it's Little Kim, Foxy Brown, Capone Noriega, whatever. And... like 21 shots that happened. I had nothing to do with it. I wasn't there. My story, I'm sticking to it.
This is a war that happened at the radio station, not the radio station war.
But that's where the people, that's the other thing people don't realize is like, that's where the rappers would go.
No beef all the time because they would see each other there. Right.
Exactly.
So it's easy to say Capone and Noriega, Junior Mafia, Little Kim, and Foxy Brown was banned for life from MS Broadcast.
Wow.
/ Clear Channel, I believe. I could have...
Yeah, it was a big incident.
It's a big incident. We are dead. It's like a year and a half. And yeah, we're basically dead. We had... even the radio stations that hated Hot 97 stood by them because they was like, that was disrespectful what happened. Mind you, no one anticipates this at all. All of a sudden, radio station comes out of nowhere called Power 105. Their first event or first whatever had Little Kim on there. The band Little Kim at Hot 97. Me, I'm the band N.O.R.E. Called up Def Jam immediately. Mike Kaiser, what's going on? That's why if you look at the original drops from Power 105, I'm a part of that army. I'm the only one that says, I do not say I flip the switch.
What do you say?
I just say I'm on Power 105. Because Hot 97 held me down at that moment. Hot 97 said, we're gonna clear you because we actually spoke to, they had to speak to the fucking car service guy to literally say that N.O.R.E wasn't there. Like they had to do their own deposition. You know that shit where, with the car service. This is real shit. I've never said this publicly. This is how I got, and then Russell Simmons took that and brought it to...
Because the press thought you were there. Even I knew him and I called him like, yo, you good? He's like, I
didn't think I was there. I forgot.
You good?
I forgot. Yo, you know what? Damn.
He's like,
no, I do remember. He didn't believe. I'm like, I wasn't there.
It was two-way. I think two-way.
Yo, I do remember that. And so if you think about it, out of everything that ever happened, I'm the only person that's from that Def Jam era. Def Jam had control of Power 105 at that time. Sorry, I don't know if they have now. but I'm the only one that just says, don't flip the switch. I don't say don't flip the switch because I was a Hot 97 artist, and that was it. But that's how deep the radio wars was. Was I literally couldn't get shows in New York City, but my record was playing around the world. But New York City ran the fucking world.
Yeah.
So
this is around when? Like this isn't Super Thug.
No, this is
late 90s, early 2000s, early 2000s.
This is early 2000s because this is
early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was after Bang Bang.
This is Bang Bang.
Right.
This is Bang Bang. So it's 2004, something like that. I mean, we got a Googler that's not Googling.
Oh man,
Jesus,
man.
His
Google,
his
dial-up. He got
fucking Medellin Google.
He's Googling on a rotary phone, bro. Look at the way he Googles. He's like, he looks at us and it's still.
All right, so that's QuickTime Islam.
Oh, we doing that?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we got it.
Is he gonna finally drink?
What's that? QuickTime Islam.
Okay.
It's my third drink. She keeps giving me drinks.
Yes.
All right, this is our drinking game.
Okay.
We're gonna ask you 2 questions.
Yep.
You pick one.
Okay.
You do not drink.
Wait.
If you pick from one of the 2,
you do not drink.
2 choices.
Yeah.
You get 2 choices. You pick one. We don't drink. Right?
I don't know what you're saying.
I'm gonna give you 2 choices.
Okay.
John or Joe.
Okay.
Right.
If you pick John, we don't drink.
We don't drink. If I pick Joe, we drink.
No, if you say both or neither, like you don't want to answer the question.
Okay. Just let's start it and you tell me what happens.
I'm gonna
How many times have we all done this game? I have no clue what's going on.
Every episode.
Yeah.
This is how you describe it?
No, and it's always a terrible description.
Okay, good.
No, me and him both describe it. We debate
He used to describe
who describes
it, and it's not
who describes it worse.
Speaking Spanish.
So you're right up our alley. Thank you. Thank you for not understanding.
Right,
but understanding.
Get a shot ready though.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I got a drink here. I'll drink this.
No. That's not the way this works. Yes.
We don't do that here.
Dangerous.
You're on drink champs, not water champs.
And I'm gonna change my liquor on you and everything.
Oh, what is that?
Candela. Remember Pitbull's Mama
But tell them when we drink it off camera.
Shout out to Bert. Bert, who sent us this.
Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura have.
Oh, Tom's a part of that too?
Yeah, both of them, because they're the 2 bears.
Oh, that's right.
That's their
podcast, right?
They're killing it with that.
I think me and Bert should make twins over.
I
That
think
sounds
that's
weird.
A great idea.
Oh, twins. Oh, the song?
No, the movie and the song.
And the song. But that would be a good promotion for the movie. I was too hip hop on that.
You went way too hip hop. You went way too DJ. How do you say you a DJ without being? I'll say you're a DJ.
You're crazy.
All right, so we ready?
All right, let's go.
All right.
I still don't know what we're doing.
This is what we drinking off camera, just in case y'all don't know. This is the shots that we're drinking.
Dos Osos? What is it?
That's hilarious.
Hey, I'm not gonna try that. But why 2 of the whitest dudes in America have a Spanish last name?
Tom is Peruvian.
Yeah, but
it says
his
Puerto
white
also, right?
cancels his Peruvian.
It does kind of.
It kind of cancels. Because he's so white.
Yeah.
He speaks Spanish though, so he might be out Spanishing me.
You could pass white.
Yeah, they've been saying that.
But it's just,
I've
gotta change.
I've heard Arabian, Mexican, Puerto Rican.
Definitely could
After
be Arabian.
9/11, I was getting the TSA fucked up shit.
I like that.
I was like, alhamdulillah,
I like that.
yes.
Oh, you pronounce that too good. Okay, so he's a spy. This guy's a.
How did we pronounce this?
No, I'm very Cuban. But what's the first part? Take your
Wait, didn't you do reggaeton? You don't know how to speak any
No, he
Spanish?
doesn't speak Spanish. He did this reggaeton in English.
I'm a hustler.
His was in English.
Hey man, great to meet you.
With an
Yo, can you tell me what the Daddy Yankee line meant?
What?
With the
gasolina?
súmale mano pa que mi gata prende los motores. What does that mean?
But somebody else got to say it because you just
what the fuck
butchered
did you just
whatever
say?
you just said. What did he say?
No, súmale.
Oh, you talking about on gasolina?
Yeah,
on gasolina.
Súmale. I want to hear it.
Súmale o súbale?
No, suma.
Yo,
Súmale mano pa que mi gata prende los motores.
You're basically saying to turn on the motors.
you speak. You're Puerto Rican.
I used to
good.
live in Spain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You said that with your chest out. I used to live in Spain.
La madre patria, eh?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
No te olvides.
Spain is the most.
Yeah. He did that with a good Spanish accent
Let me
too.
just tell you something.
Yeah.
Spain is the most racist country.
Hey, relax. I got my family's in Asturias.
That is the most racist.
I knew
My
you were
grandfather's from
Yeah, he's
Asturias.
white.
white. I knew he was white. I knew it. I could tell a white, bro.
History. They got invaded by the Moors. yours. So
exactly. So you might be Moroccan. That's what Dove is.
my Arabian side.
That's what Dove is. You are one of them, bro.
Yeah.
I love this show, man.
No, it's true. He's right. The Moroccans
He's
came
white
in.
or he's right.
No, both. But no, they did come in and get y'all.
Yeah. That's what gives the olive skin.
All right, so
real.
we ready?
You're
right.
100%.
Yeah, and a lot of architecture and the music and all the other good shit.
Mathematics, all of it.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
You ready?
Richard Pryor or Red Fox?
Richard Pryor.
Well, that was easy.
Nas or Jadakiss?
Hey, all respect to Jada, but it's Nas. But it's tons of respect to Jada. I love fucking Jada. But for me, growing up in New York City, if you ask me that question, Nas or Jay-Z, I'd tell you Nas, growing up in New York City. So that's just how it was when I was growing up.
So you picked Nas?
Yeah, Nas.
Okay.
But no disrespect to Jada. Not like Jada's heartbroken that I don't think. Like, how is he going to recover?
Jada is upside down on a pull-up bar right now.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing calisthenics.
He's doing calisthenics.
Ready to beat my ass.
He ain't worried. Patrice O'Neal or Bernie Mac?
Patrice.
Yeah, but it's nobody
Rest in
funny
peace to
than
both.
Patrice O'Neal, right?
But Bernie is like, those are my two of my top four.
Get out of here. Who's your top?
It's Patrice number one, Eddie, Bernie, Chris Rock.
Fuck yeah. I like it. So you just named the top four. You said fuck a top five.
Yeah, that's Rushmore for me. Those are that's Mount Rushmore.
Rushmore.
Yeah, I'm not even naming order, but for me, Patrice is the best. But then the others were like, those are the other three were the most transformative for me. Like I remember seeing Kings of Comedy at the movie theater on 11th Street and 3rd Avenue with my friends, and seeing seeing Bernie for the first time and being like, holy shit, no way. Get the fuck out of here.
You said you were on the polls?
Nah, because I grew up in the East Village, so
He was on the West Village.
know the one
What's
I'm
that other
talking
village?
about.
Was right next to Webster Hall.
Yeah, Webster Hall was around the block. Yeah. So we used to. So
All right, y'all maintenance men moment.
Yeah.
All
No.
right.
No.
With your legs crossed all funky.
He's comfy. He's comfortable around the white people. This is what we. So, this is how you know he's getting money. So there's so that movie theater. All right, so you know this. You know how there's like the exit door that's like you can go through the back of the theater. So what we would buy one ticket. And then there was an exit at the back of the movie theater, and then a back door that was right next to Webster Hall. And then 10 of my friends would come in through the back.
Yeah, that's some Dominican shit. He knew that.
Yeah. You were probably aware of it. Didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he helped y'all out.
But there was, I don't even know if he was still working there, but anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, go else. Who else?
Biggie or Big Pun?
Ooh.
Big L.
Wow, you just went for the third
If
one.
we're going off of Bigs.
Yeah, then we got to take a shot for that because you made up some different shit.
And,
so
and
we
I'm a
gotta
Big L
be-
fan, so I'm
yeah,
in with you, bro.
You thought you were getting out of that. You got into some shit. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Big L, like,
Big L.
that's another one in New York City where it was like, even getting the albums or the cassettes were tricky. But there was so much buzz about him. I remember at that time.
Yeah, and he was gonna sign to Rockefeller. That would have been crazy.
I thought he did. I thought it was like,
I don't think it ever happened.
never
but
happened.
it was gonna happen.
and then didn't he get shot over his brother's beat,
It was
too?
yeah.
But I just remember listening to him and like just stylistically, the shit that he was doing was so funny. There's that line, ask Beavis, I get nothing but head. My game is vicious and cruel.
No, he had crazy punchlines.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he was one of the illest lyricists for sure.
And it was so clever and funny. And even the storytelling was great. Like that Casualties of a Dice Game song. He was prolific.
Yeah.
Like absolutely prolific. I'm good, thank you.
I just had to try.
No, I don't, the weed, I can't fuck with the weed. It makes me sad.
So give him the heroin.
Yeah, give me the heroin. Give me that RFK.
Save it.
Yeah.
You need that RFK afterwards.
Yeah.
All right.
Bill Burr or Burt Kreischer?
Bill Burr, but I mean Bill Burr. Bill Burr. Yeah. I love Burt. I feel like I have to caveat. I love Burt, but like Bill Burr is like one of the most prolific comedians ever. To hang out with, Burt Kreischer, any day of the week.
Any day of the week.
But if I got to watch an hour of stand up, I don't know that many people I would choose over Bill Burr in reality.
I'm gonna be honest.
I want to watch his new one too, man.
Bill Burr.
And Burt's got a new one too.
Yeah.
Burt's got, he just dropped.
Yeah, Lucky.
Lucky. Check out that on
we're gonna
Netflix.
check
And then
that out,
Burr
too.
got one on Hulu that just dropped as well.
That's the one I want to watch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. The way he described not wanting to watch the Super Bowl,
Who?
Bill Burr, with non-Super Bowl people because, let's be honest, there is people who watch the Super Bowl for the fucking commercials.
Yeah, half of the population.
Halfway hate those people.
Yeah.
They're just sitting there and they're loud during the game and quiet during the commercials.
Are you describing women?
I didn't say that. Because there's a couple of guys.
I might be in.
I believe you.
My
I
wife
believe
is
you're
more
a
into the
commercial
game than I
guy.
am.
You don't give a
I
fuck.
believe
I
you're
don't
a
give a
commercial
fuck.
guy. You look like a
I
commercial
don't give a
guy.
fuck. No, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Yeah?
But I'd rather the
You look like
commercial.
you into that new Budweiser
I'd rather the commercial and the last part of the score. Okay, who won? All right, cool. Let's go.
Yeah.
Who played the Super Bowl this year?
The Eagles and the
Almost there.
No.
Almost there.
St. Louis.
No.
What's it called? What's it called? The homies from last year. The Chiefs. There you go.
There you go.
Well, I mean, I got alley-oop.
All right, what else?
This is the reason why we didn't do sports great.
I love it. I love
All
it.
right, cool. Let's go. All right.
Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle?
Ooh.
In terms of,
In terms of whatever.
We didn't do it in terms of nothing else
It's your
before that.
criteria, whatever.
Don't do that. Don't do
I mean,
that.
Kevin Hart.
Okay.
I think I just like Kevin Hart's like personality more, but I think Dave is a better stand-up comedian. But in
that sounds
terms
like a
of
shot.
like,
So you're saying both then?
Yeah, you
basically.
said both. Yeah, that sounds like a shot.
but
Cheers,
yeah.
Francisco.
Cheers.
he's a
This is
Spaniard.
This is written for you, sir.
All right, go.
This is written for you.
It's written for me?
Yep.
Oh, thanks. Tupac or Easy?
Oh, not that. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh
man.
shit, my bad.
Tupac or-
both is written for you.
Tupac or Eazy-E?
These guys write it.
Is that?
Yeah, that's
got
Dominican
Colombia and Dominican
Colombians.
Republic.
All
Is
they do is go. This Dominican and a Colombian. All they do is sniff coke and write.
They're just
write.
writing before Ice gets here.
But is that like a hard?
Imaginary coke. It's not real coke.
But is that Tupac? I guess. Yeah.
What do you mean, I guess?
I mean, I'm always gonna go with the New Yorker.
Ooh, ooh.
Damn.
I felt like that was like a shot.
That was like a weird shot.
That's not a shot. All the
It
greatest
was.
rappers come from New York. Like.
I ain't say it.
But Tupac would be like, I'm from LA.
No, call it what it is. Like even the West Coast greatest rappers come from New York. I'm just saying, like,
What is this? What is this? Standing ovation, this guy.
hey, give credit where credit
The
is
biggest
due.
FOTs in the world right here, bro.
What's FOT?
Fake out of towners, bro. These guys, they're all Miamians right here. This guy doesn't even have his green card, number one, so he's not even American. This guy's been in Miami like 40 years, bro.
I love it. I'm gonna make a phone call for you.
Ice Cube or Scarface?
That's one that's written for you.
Ice Cube.
You don't want to drink, huh?
Oh no. I'll drink anyway, but go on.
Tiffany Haddish or Monique? I mean, you don't have to drink. I'm just.
Tiffany Haddish or Monique? Man. Monique is, I'm going to have to drink for this. Monique
Yeah,
is more of a legend in stand-up comedy, but I love Tiffany. I've never met Monique personally, but like in terms of like history and stand-up comedy, of course. But Tiffany's just like, she's the most fun to hang. Like she's just straight energy. She's incredible. So I will drink to that one.
All right, cool. I want you to be careful, Salud.
Salud.
Because Kendrick Lamar critiqued you, right?
Kendrick Lamar critiqued me. Yeah.
He said like, yo, Andrew.
Yeah, where's the Kendrick question?
No. This is the question right now.
That's the question. That's what is it?
That's the way it happens.
Kendrick or critiquing? I don't know.
No. What did Kendrick actually say to you?
He just said.
He didn't say your name though, right?
Yeah, he
No,
did.
I don't know. I don't think I think he was talking about you.
He did. He was.
He was talking
He's
about
talking
that,
about a white beard.
That
I
other
heard it.
white guy.
Yeah.
That Spanish guy.
The Spanish white guy.
That Spanish white guy with the Moroccan blood.
Because by the way, this is the biggest two rap battles
Rockin'
in the world
Yeah.
happening, and then out the blue, he's like, well, no white guy should be.
Yeah, don't let no white some dude comedian don't talk about no black woman. That's the law. I didn't even really care about that much. Like about that. Like I thought it was like corny. Like you try to like censor another artist because like I don't know, you're an artist. Like I always saw him as like prolific artist. But it was the next line that I thought was crazy and nobody really talked about.
What's that line?
He's like, and to the N-words, the coon and the N-words being groups, slide on both of them. What does slide mean to you guys? What's that? Shoe, right? So
Nah, it doesn't necessarily mean shoes.
All right, whatever. My point is, I thought, and a lot of people thought that that's in reference to Charlemagne and Alex Media, who I do the show with. So if you're telling people to slide on my friends, anything I say back after that is fine, in my opinion. But I love these people. So if you're gonna put that energy out there in the world, whatever I say back to you is fine because you took it there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
but he didn't say your name though, so you're not 100%
it's not
sure.
me, it's you. I think it's you.
Right. So he didn't say. So my point being, he didn't say my name though, so we don't know it's about me.
Yeah. So how did you and Kendrick even cross paths?
We didn't cross paths.
So what joke did you say that offended him?
I think that if he was talking about me, which I think he was talking about E, but if he was talking about me,
I agree with you.
You agree with him?
I'm sorry.
Come pinga.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't even respond to it for weeks, like because I was doing my special.
And this was on a verse. He said it.
Yeah, I think it was on one of the songs.
Okay.
And then it was. And so I didn't respond to it for a week. Like I don't really give a fuck. Like I was filming my special, so I was like, I'm not gonna like let this distract from it. And then. You know, I had some people tell me that's, you know, there was some confirmation, let's just put it that way.
Right.
And I was like, all right, cool, let's have some fun with this.
You did go at other rappers, so it's like you have to respond now, correct?
I went at other rappers?
Meek Mill, Diddy, other rappers,
Yes,
So
that is true. That's true. I have to. That's a good point.
You gotta respond.
I didn't even think about that, but I have to.
Okay.
No, I don't have to. No, I don't have to. But at the same time, I was like, it's kind of corny. And if you're gonna like call to violence to my friends, like, all right, like we're gonna have a conversation about this.
Right.
And
you was gonna sue Kendrick?
No.
Oh, my bad.
No, not at all. No, I'm gonna make fun of him. That's what I do best.
Okay.
You know, so I do jokes, and but also like he is allowed to say whatever he wants to say.
Right.
Like I'm not in the business of like policing art.
Right.
You know, but if you do say some shit that's crazy about my friends, like don't be surprised if I say some crazy shit too. And there's a lot of people that were like. A lot of people are like, that was just a bar. He don't really mean it seriously. And it's like, do you think I meant it seriously? You think I...
But what was the bar that he was responding to?
Oh, I think that... So we had these two cornballs from the UK on the pod, and they were talking about...
Bibbidi Bop. That's how they sound.
Coño. I'm lost now. Bibbidi Bop is on the... I must have missed this one.
Bibbidi Bop.
Is that how you can rap?
The
two old guys?
UK Bop, yo.
I don't know what's going on. I have no clue what's going on now.
Talk that shit.
Harry Spears, I hear you now.
Talk that shit.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you good.
I went too far. That was not.
I'm lost. I don't
My
know.
bad. I love London.
And
Just don't love the
I
UK
have no
drip.
clue.
you're not into the UK drill. You're not into the drill. What about this? There's this dude out there, Dave.
The cops gotta have guns first, and then I'm gonna take you out.
They have
rap
Billy
cities.
clubs.
Yeah.
That's what I kept saying. It's like there's that show out there called
shit.
What was it called? Top Boy.
Yeah, Top Boy was dope.
Yeah, they shooting niggas in the top.
But they were sharing a gun.
Yeah, everyone had the same
They had
gun.
a timeshare for a gun?
Yeah. They were sharing a gun. They were sharing a gun. It was like, yo, we gotta kill him the third week of June because I don't get the Cocker Spaniel to the third week of June. So I'm looking at this as an American going, how the fuck is there a whole drama built around sharing a gun?
Yeah, but they shanking motherfuckers out there. Don't get it twisted. They getting in close, so they shanking.
They shank.
Because they need to make up for Camp Pow, you know?
It's crazy out there.
We're terrible people.
You know, this is going to hell in a handbasket.
I'm just saying, if there was a sword fight outside of Hot 97 years ago, we would be going, what the fuck is going on? Like, right? Like, we would be asking some questions like...
There's a duel. They're dueling.
Lil Kim brought out a samurai sword.
The musketeers are outside.
Watch us all get stabbed. In London, we respect your gangster. We understand. Y'all got crazy laws.
They gonna pull out the choppers next time. Bro, we don't got it. Timeshare this bitch. Ba, 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 ba.
They already
Say
told
hello
me
to my
I'm
little
bad for
friend.
South Africa. They're like, South Africa.
No, they got guns out
Don't
there.
fuck around with South Africa, bro.
South Africa, they got guns.
I said some shit about South Africa. They're like,
No,
you
don't play around.
And they got
Don't play
good peoples. I mean, you know, I was
Don't
out
play
there.
around.
They told me to
Love my peoples out there.
For Americans, it's weird to watch, like, crime shows in other countries where not everybody has a gun.
That says something worse about us.
Yeah, we have grenade launchers.
we have every gun.
Yeah.
What's the shit that Brad Pitt is in?
What is he in, bro?
It's one of those
Fight Club.
like 11s.
Oh, Ocean's 11.
No, Ocean's 11. The other ones, and he's like a fighter.
Oh, yeah. That's hard. No. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch. Yes. Phenomenal. But that was
fire.
That was fire. I fuck with that show. Those are about the gypsies, the pikeys, or whatever they call them. That's cool. Those are some tough motherfuckers.
Yes. I don't know how we got here. I'm sorry.
How did we get here?
We got here because we felt bad. We're making fun of people from London. And here's the thing.
I love people from London.
We believe you're going to stab us. You hate their rap. You hate their rap.
The new rap. I like their old rap.
You like the old one.
When Cardinal
No, Cardinal's from Canada, buddy. He's from Canada, bro.
Hey. Cardinal. Hey. Just apologize to the real GOAT.
He's counting the colonies. He's like, they colonized this, they colonized here.
He just saw Hamilton. His idea of America is a little bit different than most of us.
He's like, those pilgrims could rap their ass off.
So wait, but you like, was it Dizzy Rascal?
Yeah, Dizzy.
Look sharp.
Whoa.
Is that the UK rap you like or not?
I'm not sure. I like Gigs.
What about Dave? You got to listen to Dave.
I like Gigs and I like my nigga with the Nike Tech. But
all of them?
Who? Central C.
Yeah.
I like Central C. Although he got his Nike Tech information totally wrong.
What do you mean?
This motherfucker said that the UK invented Nike Tech. Let me just tell you something.
Who did that? Who invented Nike Tech? Who invented Nike Tech? Who invented Nike Tech? Tell him, N.O.R.E.
And why? You know the rest. Y'all already said it. Come on, are you crazy? We are trendsetters.
N.O.R.E. needs some flowers. N.O.R.E. invented the Neptunes.
He invented the Neptunes.
Hold on. He invented Neptune. Neptunes basically invented Pharrell, so you invented Pharrell as well. So you invented
and I still ain't getting no Louis Vuitton free shit since.
That's fucked up because they gave me some shit.
That's good.
They gave me. I didn't invent them.
It's my friend though.
So you invented Power 105. That's what I got from what you told me earlier.
I was like the third artist to go to Power 105, so I'm gonna take that.
You were one of the
you're one of the top five. Yes.
You invented the Nike Tech?
No, not me. My town did. My city did. My borough did. Our boroughs did. Nike Tech.
Bro, you guys are the fucking worst.
That's what I'm talking about. Nah, we like this energy. He's jealous, bro. He's jealous.
Yes, he's jealous. All right?
Yeah, the trick daddy's here.
Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry about that.
Here,
You're just making him feel good. Now you're being honest.
The fuck? You're fired.
No, keep talking your shit about the UK. So, all right,
No. I love the UK.
This is what I'm trying to understand. Okay, so somebody gets a gun, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody gets a gun out there.
Yeah.
Where, in the UK?
Let's say that there's a gun in the UK, right?
One.
Yeah.
One gun. What are how is it organized?
It's
what
an
are
app.
the rules?
It's an app.
So it's an app.
They
and you
start
have to,
speaking Jamaican accent.
No, it's an app. You have to.
That's how it happens.
It's a timeshare app, bro.
It's a timeshare.
Yeah.
So you got an
Airbnb the gun.
You just can't be gangster in the UK without some type of Caribbean, Jamaican connection. You got to eat a beef patty.
So you have to go into the app and say, what the guan?
And then you got to be like, why guan? And that's your first gangster shit. Yeah.
Shout out Jamaicans, bro.
They got other ethnicities out there, bro.
Yeah.
The Indian communities are out there.
Bibbidi Bob. They gonna come at after that bad
Who are the Bibbidi Bob people, bro?
That's Kendrick.
That's how they gonna come at me.
That's
Bibbidi
Kendrick?
Bob.
Yeah, didn't Kendrick do that line?
Bibbidi Bob.
I don't know. I think it's N.O.R.E.
American Yankee boy, you pop. They're gonna come at me. They're gonna go like, yo, you better be ready.
Hey,
Nigga, you don't go out at all. You
Bro,
be like,
we
fuck
want a
that.
revolution, bro.
Skitty Bop.
Bibbidi Bop is crazy.
You ain't never heard that.
Bibbidi Bop.
You never heard that.
No.
Cause they like a cross with like Jamaican, but then they don't want to be American.
So they can't be.
So
Wait.
they like
The Bibbidi Bops are American?
they put the Sherlock hood on.
The Sherlock Holmes on?
Bibbidi Bop.
Yeah, that's about it. Bibbidi
Bro, I'm so
What is
fucking
Bibbidi
lost. I'm so lost.
Bibbidi Bop. I'm
No,
sorry.
Bibbidi Bobbidi Boop is the.
That's Kanye shit.
No,
That was his B-side. That's a Disney.
I'm thinking of those two old white dudes from the UK that be killing it.
Cinderella.
Oh, they be killing it.
Maybe that's not you're talking about that.
Let me stop. Come on,
They out the chain.
I'm never gonna be
the two old white guys in the UK.
Baz and
They're out the chain.
I'm bad for South Africa, London. I'm all type of shit.
Nah, bro, you gotta show love to these people, man.
listen, London, we love you. We appreciate you. We gonna bring guns. We're gonna bring guns.
We not bringing guns.
We're coming with guns,
bro.
We're coming with guns next time.
Okay.
Mr. Lee and Hazardous Sounds, they're gonna carry the guns for us.
How many of y'all got guns here today?
Hey, this is Florida. Don't ask that.
We got more guns in this room than all of the gangs of London. There are more guns in this room than all of the gangs of London and Top Boy. Isn't that crazy?
It happens.
That's crazy. What is wrong with this country?
No, we're fucked.
We got a wild country.
We don't trust our friends. Obviously.
It is crazy.
We brought our guns here. Bro. It's like, I don't know if Mr. Lee's gonna get crazy, bro.
You want to know how crazy this shit? He pulled up. We're walking here on the street, right? And you guys pulled up on me and Dove in a Maybach, right? You drive a Maybach. This is like an expensive car, and like you honked and then pulled up to the side and then start to lower the window, and I was like, "We're dead." In a Maybach. It's not like you pulled up in a Civic or some shit. In an expensive ass car.
That's very Miami too.
Still, there was part of me like, "Nah, we dead today, bro. Why did we walk? Why did we walk here? It was a beautiful day, and I gotta get murdered for sunlight. This is fucked up."
Today was a good day.
Today was a good day,
I
man.
got it on film. I'm posting it as soon as we leave.
saw it, right?
Yo, you got that off. That's gotta be the intro to the episode.
I had to pull up with confidence, though.
Go to the next question.
We got questions? I didn't even know we was
QuickTime Islam.
I didn't know this was a podcast
This is so
anymore.
great, man. Thank you so much, man.
Of course, bro. Thank you.
Mira que tú puedes. Wow. Damn, bro. MOP or Mobb Deep?
Ooh, this is a New York question.
Wow.
I don't think your New York should allow you to even like
This is a really fucked up one, man.
Yeah.
I think it's. I'm gonna drink, but it's just because I want the explanation. I think that MOP just got the like shut the club down bangers, but Mobb Deep is the one that I would feel like
More comfortable with?
not even more comfortable with, but like I bought a Mobb Deep album. I never bought an MOP album, but I know. But there's more songs that you put on, and you're like, oh my god, this.
Nah,
is
MOP.
crazy.
They're both off the chain.
Yeah, this is. So I got to drink.
Yes.
But
By
cheers,
the way,
cheers to that.
MOP.
Cheers.
One of my favorite groups of all time. Wherever you're at, Billy Dance.
If anybody wants to try the Mandela with me, bro.
Where are they at? What are they up to?
No, they're great.
Oh, they
They're
working.
great,
They
man.
working.
They gotta be.
Yeah,
'cause
no, they working.
When you have 3 songs minimum that just like literally everybody in the
It's called
venue,
Flatline.
like
Flatline.
it's over.
Yes.
Nah,
And big up to Mobb Deep as well, man.
Rest in peace,
my
Prodigy.
family, man. I keep hearing great things about Prodigy's daughter, man. I want her to, continue to do her thing. So
What's she up to?
I believe she's rapping. Yeah.
Oh, awesome, cool, good for her.
Who we have? Smith and Wesson up here. Who bigged up?
Well, yeah, ninth one. Yeah.
Go to the next.
Seinfeld or Curb? Your enthusiasm.
Curb. Hold on, chill.
That's supposed to be his question, but
Curb.
he's late to the party right now.
Curb. I never watched Seinfeld growing up.
This is why I love you. Let me just tell you something. Most people would say Seinfeld because Seinfeld
It's the
created
first, right?
Curb. The reason why I'm more of a Curb fan is because Curb symbolizes to me where Larry David simply didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
There's episodes in Curb where he looks at a person's baby
Yeah.
and says, "That's not your baby. That's a Chinese baby." He gets banned from the golf course.
He's the GOAT, bro.
He is, let me tell you how much Larry David is a GOAT to me.
Yeah.
That if Larry David walked in this room right now,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, this might sound racist, but I need a black guy to come to me and say, he's cool. If a black person doesn't come to me and say he's cool, I'm not walking up to Larry David. I'm leaving the premises. So much of a fan I am of him.
Wow.
Is I don't want him to let me down.
Oh, I hear what you're
if
saying.
he was to shake my hand,
Yeah,
and be
he
like,
doesn't wanna be
"But
let
who are
down."
you? I'll be like,
Bro, we ate a meal next to him once in LA. He
Next to him.
in LA with his daughter, randomly gets sat next to us, and I didn't want to bother him. I didn't want to, so I just sat there the whole time being like, holy shit, Larry David's right here.
Where's this at?
But here's a perfect example. Larry David is so authentically himself. Like, he's not trying to be the New York guy or the Jewish guy or whatever. He is being Larry fucking David.
Right.
And he's so authentically himself. Everybody relates to him. Every culture relates to him. Every type of human being relates to him.
That's what I think about your comedy.
I respect that, and
That's
to me that's the
why I brought that
ultimate.
up.
That's the ultimate compliment because he doesn't look or have the same life as any of us.
Right.
But he does the things in certain situations that we either wish we would do or sometimes do.
Like sometimes not hold the elevator. I like that.
Like, you gotta go.
Yeah, like,
You gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. Like, he is just that guy.
Right.
So to me, I
So
think
you went to dinner. Let's describe that situation.
I'm at dinner. He then sits down, like literally the table right next to us, and I just like I didn't even look. I was just like this the whole dinner. I didn't want to interrupt him, man. He's got like family time and shit, you know.
All right. You ain't send him no weed tonight?
Man, I should have, huh? You think he smokes weed?
Nah, I
I
sat next to Lionel Richie one day. What's that restaurant that's downtown from Soho House in LA? Not Malibu. The Soho House, Baya with a Boa. And I sat there, and Lionel Richie was right there. And I was like, damn, it's the first time in my whole life, whole career, called my mother. I said, Ma, Lionel Richie is literally standing next to me. And my mother said, let me put on my makeup. I said, Ma, I'm not putting you on FaceTime. That's how much.
You put him on FaceTime with Lionel Richie?
I didn't know how to do
I
it
would've
back
done it.
then.
I would've done it.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, Ma, that's not the way it is. I'm telling you that. Tell me what your son should do to meet a legend. That's a legend to me, but it's a legend to me through you.
Yeah.
Tell me how to act. She said, boy, just go and get a picture.
Yeah, be respectful.
I walked up to Lionel Richie. I did everything but get a picture. I said, what you drinking? Because his kids had seen my jury, or whoever he was with, and they was like, that's N.O.R.E.
So they knew you. The kids at least knew you.
That was my cheat code.
Huge.
So I walked up, and then Lionel Richie, but I gotta be tough. My mom's, I feel like my mom's is watching this. So I look at Lionel Richie, and I'm like, what you drinking? Lionel Richie orders the coldest bottle of Chardonnay on Boa's list. We sit it. This motherfucker drinks a sip of my shit. And then leaves the restaurant. No goodbye.
All night long, all night.
He did invite me to his show. He got his girl to invite my wife to a show, so that was enough.
Right.
But he left the whole bottle right there.
Do you drink it?
That is...
Damn.
Okay, all right. What's going on?
All right.
Y'all too excited? What do you think? Do you think I drank the bottle, or do you think I left the bottle?
You left it because you petty. You petty thug mafia, bro.
Okay.
If you pay for it, you're drinking it.
Nah, you left it. You petty thug mafia.
I drank the shit out that bottle.
But sober N.O.R.E. wouldn't have done it.
Oh no, this is not sober N.O.R.E.
Yeah.
This is
drunk N.O.R.E. don't give a fuck. He'll drink it, whatever.
And I couldn't understand Lionel Richie's pilot. Was it? Not pilot. Palate.
Yeah.
But why?
Oh, the wine was shit?
I felt like I was drinking butter.
Oh, that California Chardonnay. I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it. All right, let's go to the next
QuickTime was fine.
All right, my bad. I'll be having a moment.
George Carlin or Robin Williams?
Carlin.
Damn. No, I didn't skip. You added that? I made that up. Oh, you put that too? Look at you, man. I like you, bro.
Oh.
She got crazy. Dick girl.
Oh, yeah, it is there. Damn. No, I didn't. Rakim or Karis One?
Is Rakim thinking the earth is flat, or am I fucking that up?
Nah, I don't think so.
No, that wasn't Rock.
Who is that? No, that was Lord Jamar. My bad.
But you gonna judge him on that? Like, what is it?
I think that's a pretty fair thing to judge. Like, of all the things we could judge people on,
You're like, if he's a flat earther, then the other guy.
No, shout out Lord Jamar.
Leave Lord Jamal alone. Just,
No. Shout out. He was
ready.
He was just all over TikTok, and he was fighting hard, and like there was a real scientist he was going up
Please
against.
leave it alone.
No, I was just saying, like I feel for him. I do feel for him. Like, I do feel for him. But what do you think the Earth is?
It's round, motherfucker. Let's go.
It's round, right?
It is. I mean, obviously I'm not in space, but it feels pretty round.
I think it's round.
Yeah.
I feel like we got that figured
I can't
out.
say
We
definitively.
figuring this shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think we go like this. It feels like that. The sun goes.
Or Rakim. I mean, the fact that I just confused Rakim with Lord Jamar means I can't even really answer this question.
So you have to say both or neither because you don't know.
Both, sorry.
All right.
Both.
And by the way, Elon Musk been killing more people than gang members. I'm just throwing it out.
Why you throw it out there? But what's the throwing out part? What happened?
He been sending niggas to space and they not been coming back.
They just came back right now. He just brought 2 of those motherfuckers back.
One tour bus. He sent 7.
He sent 7? No, bro. What are you talking about?
This is how
shit gets out there.
This is how shit gets out there.
But
On a massive podcast.
No, I'm talking to him. Man.
he goes, Elon is sending people to space.
No, he said tour buses out there.
Tour buses to space.
Full of people.
And they not coming
They're
back.
all dying. They're all dying. They're like that plane that went into the ocean that we don't know about.
It's not happening.
No, bro.
That's why they call them illegal aliens, bro. They're sending them back home. They're sending them back.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I seen them send a gang full of niggas, literally.
What gang was out there?
Yeah,
A
got
gang full of
gangs?
people back to Salvador. Was that?
That has nothing to do with space, bro.
Man, N.O.R.E.
No, hold on.
If
Tell
you
me.
confuse
illegal aliens with aliens.
The space niggas. Them niggas blew up.
What the fuck?
Nobody see the space niggas flying up?
Listen, there's rockets that have nobody in it.
Yeah, they keep blowing up all the time.
That's what they be telling y'all.
You think there's people in it?
Nah, ain't nobody in it, bro.
I like that conspiracy. That conspiracy's fire.
All right, there's one person
But
in
you
it.
don't know if there's nobody in it.
No, obviously I don't know that.
I think there might be a...
We don't know if the Earth is really round.
Yo, Lord
Unless
Jamar,
we leave.
Lord Jamar's right.
He might be.
Nah, Lord Jamar is right. Apologies to Lord Jamar right now.
What,
and there are probably dozens of people inside those rockets that Elon is firing.
I believe so, son.
And you know the moon is hollow, 100%.
Wait, the hollow? What?
It's a
the
hollow moon.
Got hollow? What the moon got to do with this? Why you throwing the moon?
Because we adding everything else into this shit.
Well, why does it have to be hollow? Maybe
You don't know about it? It's a fucking space station for I don't know who the fuck.
Yeah, probably.
And look, you see we just did his inner Brad. That's them Brad pictures.
Bro, he be doing this and then he be doing this. He be doing
Rewind.
Yeah.
Need to
That's
remind
real
you
shit.
guys.
Because-
You rewind time, right? You rewind it?
Yeah, no, he be taking hair pills in his special.
Oh, I saw that.
That's why he couldn't get nothing pregnant.
Your hair
looks like the pills?
He been suing blanks for years.
That's what I blame it on.
Yeah.
It might just be my genetics, but I blame it on the hair
That's what the
pills.
doctor said. The doctor said it
Exactly.
might be you, but you blamed it on
I was like, I think it's the hair
your
pills.
hair pill.
Yeah, because you don't want to think it's you.
Right.
But it's probably just me.
All right, let's get through this, guys.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you. I don't need any more of those, but I will drink it. Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
We celebrating.
You
We're
people
celebrating.
or white men can't jump?
Who?
Oh, white man can't jump. You people sucked.
And
White
it's not,
man-
it's
wait,
not
wait,
white
Eddie
man
Murphy?
can't jump. It's white man can't jump, no?
No, white men.
I'm gonna be
It
honest
is white
with you.
man? I always...
The original white man can't jump, you're saying. With Woody.
Yes, well, Woody
Not the
and
remake.
Wesley.
What, the remake is white men?
This is a remake?
No, I did the remake as well. White man can't jump too.
But the original was white
Let's
man.
take a shot to not making that remake.
I don't know what the fuck is going on here, bro.
Come on, let's go.
I know.
He was in both those movies.
Okay.
He was not in the original, bro.
Not the original.
Oh,
But the remake is what he's trying
no,
to
he
say.
watched
I
both of
get
them. He
it.
jerked off.
I
Just,
appreciate that, yo. I appreciate that, though.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, though. Yeah.
Which part did he jerked off or watched both of them?
Yo, both, just any kind of commitment, I really appreciate it.
He
Thank you so
committed to
much.
both.
Thank you so much. Low key, white man can't jump. That Rosie Perez in the beginning. That is like, with all due respect, like wow, those
Jerking
are early
off.
memories. Yeah, I'm not saying I masturbated to her.
Yeah, you did.
I might have.
You might have.
Yeah, I might have.
That's what I'm. But you can't not think about her and also think about Woody and Wesley. So they might have
Can't
popped
think about
into,
your Woody?
I'm not gonna lie.
they might have popped into your mind while you were doing the deed.
In my later days, and this is gonna sound crazy.
We're deteriorating fast.
This
When
I get dressed,
we're like on a SpaceX thing.
when I get dressed,
When you get dressed,
no, I get dressed to run. Like,
I get it. You get dressed,
and then when I wake up every morning, and that's my decision. Am I Wesley or Woody today? And now my Woody never has sleeves on.
Oh, I was about to say, doesn't strap on.
And let me just tell you something. When I dress like Woody,
because you remember he straps on with
the phone. Yeah.
But when I dress like Woody, I can still play handball. Because you know I'm one of the best handball players in New York City.
Fast forward.
Yeah, you know, fast forward. He scored me game. He scored me game.
I thought we were having white boy fun.
He called me game.
I play handball too. We all love handball.
I just didn't know how.
You never play stickball? Now, guys, come on. Everybody calm down. I'm just saying because there's Puerto Ricans here. That's the only reason, okay?
That's the only Puerto Rican
It is weird that Puerto Ricans love handball and stickball. I'm just saying.
It is weird because I do love them both.
Damn, man, relax, bro. I gotta save you from you right now. You like sticks and balls, man?
I'm just saying.
Have your fun.
I'm saying.
Confident in my masculinity. Have your fun.
All right, hold on.
Yo, you were saying though that you love handball.
No. Eminem or Benzino? Let's just keep.
Eminem.
Let's truck through this.
Eminem.
In Living Color or Mad TV?
In Living Color.
Flagrant or Brilliant Idiots?
Wow, drink.
Oh shit.
Actually, in all honesty, I got to give it up to Brilliant because there is no flagrant without
Take
Brilliant.
the shot. You already committed.
Yeah, we're gonna.
But I got to drink. But I got to give it up to Brilliant. Fuck, they're so small, the shots, but then...
Because we do a lot. We're trying to be fair, but it fucks you up anyways.
It does fuck you up.
Mike Epps or Chris Tucker?
Epsy, man. Epsy.
Yo, Mike Epps on Drink Champs was amazing, man.
It always was. It always will be. I was so happy.
He's a legend, bro.
He's a super legend.
He cursed me out. I was so happy. Like,
he really thought that we allowed him to get disrespected on the show?
Yeah, that's what he thought. Like,
wait, why?
That's why I broke down that whole thing about people doctoring our footage. Sometimes our show is like kind of like so big is that people doctor our shit and they send it. Or maybe they don't send it to them. Maybe they tag these people, and then these people look at it and they think that it's something that we let happen, and it's just not. It's just like we formed a bond. Like we're friends already, but I'm not gonna let somebody just shit on you. Like I just wouldn't do that. Like you know what I mean? I would defend you. I would say something. And when Jamie, like at first, Jamie kind of flipped on me, but I was like, a comedian flipping on you is kind of like. I don't know. It's like
Jamie Foxx. You're saying?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx. No, not Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, I'm like, you lost me. I'm
bugging.
Jamie Foxx or Jamie or bartender? We're all fucked up here.
Mike Epps.
Either or is weird.
Mike Epps hit me. I'm sorry. I was just like, I didn't understand because I didn't realize that how good our footage be doctored sometimes. So I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, and with AI it's even crazy.
And then I was like, oh, like you really got caught. Like
EPMD or Gangstar?
EPMD.
Spotify or Apple Music? So funny.
Spotify.
Yeah, that was a white question right there.
Is that what's the white answer?
The white answer or the right answer?
The white answer.
I think they're both. If you say both, it's white answer.
Yeah, I think you should take a shot for that.
Yeah, let's go.
I didn't say both.
I said the white answer.
I said Spotify.
Let's do the white answer.
No. Your shot.
Let's do the white answer.
If it
ain't white, it ain't right?
I'm not cheersing to that. You said it.
$1 million worth of game or Joe Budden?
$1 million worth of game. Yeah, Gilly and Wallow are just like on a tear.
Yeah, I respect.
Unbelievable.
I mean, shout out to both of them, man.
Shout out to both of them.
Killing the podcast game. John Mulaney. Is that how you pronounce his name? Mulaney?
Yeah.
You said, like, fuck up his name. Mulaney?
No, John Mulaney is his name. Yeah.
And Matt Rife?
And Matt Rife. They're both two comedians.
Yes,
John Mulaney and Matt Rife. I don't like to choose favorites.
I'm more familiar with Mulaney, to be honest with you.
That is white on white crime,
That's white on
man.
white crime.
So you saying both of
It's
them?
different type of whites, but it is white on white crime. So,
So
both
which
of
white
them.
is right?
Both of them.
are right.
Let's do that. Let's do
Both
that.
of them.
Gotcha.
Cheers. Cheers.
Fuck that. No
Cheers.
white on white crime
Cheers.
on our watch.
Hey, if it ain't puro, bro.
If it ain't puro,
Camera
What is it?
mace.
¿qué es it?
Eh?
What'd you say?
Yeah,
Hammer mace?
camera mace.
Bro, if you asked me this question 2 years ago, I would be like, Cam, bro. Like, there's no, like, Cam is hilarious. He's like the most interesting dude. He's like, I love how he done it. But Mace is so funny, bro. Like, seeing him on the show.
Yeah, you see a different side of him, for sure, 100%.
Because I only saw him from the music, and he kind of was
And
like,
we were judging him going to religions. This changed your perspective.
bro, seeing his like energy on the show, you're like, oh, I get why you knew at a young age you were gonna be a star.
Right.
Because he
I
is a
understood
star.
that. Yeah, I understood that.
So I think I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to drink. But I think that show I don't think anybody's watching the show and realized that Cameron is funny or interesting or entertaining. Like, I think we all knew that.
We
about
always
Cam.
knew Cam was
we knew
off the
that.
chain.
We're
right.
seeing a different side of Mace on the show.
Right. And shout out to Cam for bringing it out of Mace, too, as well.
Bro, the both of them, it's
Right.
incredible. Like, the show is hilarious.
Yeah.
Mace so entertainment. He didn't even say nothing at one point. He just eating popcorn. And I was like,
He didn't have to say shit, and he was entertaining.
That's
Some clip where he goes, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, there's this long run about he really doesn't care, and I was crying laughing at that shit.
Right.
Anyway, good, really good on both of them for doing that. Cheers.
Salud.
Cheers.
Salud, salud. Okay. Who else?
All right. Chelsea Handler or Amy Schumer?
Chelsea Handler or Amy Schumer? Chelsea, man. Chelsea had the like amazing run with
he
the.
fucked 50 Cent.
Yeah, she
Jeez.
fucked.
I mean, they dated, bro. They dated.
She gave some pussy to my boy, yo.
They dated, bro.
If you
They
didn't give
dated
some
as
pussy,
fuck.
how can I choose Amy if you didn't give some pussy to my boy?
Right. But Amy looked like she been outside with some black niggas. I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
She looked like it. I'm not saying she did.
What is it?
Like when a white girl.
You're like, how do you identify that?
Yeah, when a white girl.
I have an idea.
What's the criteria?
What's your idea?
When a white girl butt start getting fat,
I know what you're
like,
gonna say.
Like, yeah, like you like the nigga be like, turn around.
Really?
Turn around.
Like that?
Yeah. Rum punch sugar. Yeah.
What is it?
UK.
Okay.
UK drill rap.
How do you know if a black woman's been dating white dudes? If you know a white girl's been dating black dudes, how do you know a black woman's been dating white dudes?
Her credit got great.
But black women have great credit. These are the most educated people in America.
That's correct. But her credit got better than yours.
Oh, wow.
And she comes back and say, yeah, I got that Hoffman Cools.
Eh?
What's that?
What is that? Hoffman Cools?
It's luxury furniture, guys.
Damn.
On them.
Damn.
Rick Ross or Fat Joe?
Rick Ross or Fat Joe?
Neither one of
New
them
York,
are fat no more.
Fat Joe, man. I'm from New York. This is not even a question.
Oh, come on, New York. Get the fuck out of here.
Look at this. Look at that.
We got love for Fat Joe in New York, man.
I love Fat Joe. Shout out to Fat Joe.
By the way, I went to his Dominicans. I went
Fat
to
Joe
his
had a Dominican
Cuban father's funeral.
Yeah, you.
Smack dead in
Rest
the
in
middle
peace to
of
his
the.
pops.
God bless me.
R.I.P.
Which you remember our first episode? I challenged him on being
listen,
Cuban.
this is what I'm trying to tell you. We're in the middle of his father's funeral. Everyone there is Cuban. They're black as hell. I'm sitting there. I know he's gonna say this. I'm sitting there. I'm sad. This is his father's funeral. He steps up and he goes, N.O.R.E, can you tell EFN?
No, he didn't, bro.
Thank you.
At the funeral, dog?
Tell EFN. I'm really Cuban.
I know he's Cuban, man.
Who, Fat Joe?
The thing is that, I'm a hip hop
hurt
head
his
growing
feelings,
up, and Fat
man.
Joe's one of the most prolific Latin rappers as I'm
I thought
growing
he was
up.
Puerto Rican. I didn't know he was
That's
Cuban.
the thing. His dad was Cuban. We knew this as Cubans. Yo, my man, why you ain't repping the Cubans? So when we had him on the first
I
episode
promise you.
of Drink Champs, I said, yo, why you ain't rep the Cubans? And he got hella mad at me.
Look. You want me to do
He
this?
does.
Look.
He does present as more Puerto Rican.
He does.
Okay, look. Look, just so you know, I didn't text nobody. I just want to. He might not pick up,
And so ever since then, he's always been like, yo, EFN, Cuban, man.
He made it his point. He was like, can you call EFN? And I was like,
not at the funeral, dog. That doesn't make sense.
God.
Man.
All right, watch this. Look.
Nah.
If he
I don't believe at the funeral he would bring that up.
No, that's serious.
That's crazy. And he put me on the phone with his dad. He said, Dad, tell me why you Cuban, yo.
But his mom is Puerto Rican.
Yeah, his mom's Puerto Rican.
Okay.
And he grew up more with his mom and at that time period.
Also, he grew up in like East Harlem, like this.
No, the Bronx. Well, I mean, I guess East Harlem, isn't that the Bronx too?
No.
Well, he's from the Bronx.
He might not
He's
pick
from
up.
the Bronx. Okay. Oh no. I'll keep that one. Let me keep that one. I'm only halfway done with this one.
Yo, listen. I had to tell EFN. I saw your whole Cuban family. I saw the whole.
Listen, man. I don't believe it. I don't believe what he's telling me right now.
Yeah. The verdict is in.
I believe it, bro. I believe it.
Yeah, put on.
Sorry. Yo, where you at?
I'm in my mother's house. I bought fudge, so I'm dealing with the contractor who's fixing everything for her. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I just wanted to let them know because EFN did not think you were really Cuban.
He believes them.
No, bro. No, that's not what we were talking about. That's not what we were talking about.
I'm just playing. Let's say what's up to Andrew.
What up, Joe?
Yeah, Andrew, what's up, brother?
How you doing, man?
How you doing, buddy? Everything good?
Everything's good. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know that you were Cuban either. Wait. But I feel like New Yorkers, we know you as more Puerto Rican, though.
I grew up in New York, more with the Puerto Ricans, but my father's Cuban, my mother's Puerto Rican. And I got 9 brothers and sisters to prove it, brother.
I met him.
I believe you. So EFN said there's only one. He said there's only one. He said there's only one way to prove that you're actually Cuban. Did you vote for Donald Trump? That's what I'm saying.
Did you go to Versailles?
Yeah. Did you go to Café Versailles? That's it.
If I can tell you the truth, yeah, I go to Versailles. But if I can tell you the truth, yeah, the truth is too hard to handle if I tell y'all right now.
All right, we good.
No, he's trying to end the call.
Joe, Joe, we gonna go to Cuba. Hey, Joe, we gonna go to Cuba together. Let's go to Cuba together.
Let's do it.
You're not going to Cuba together, bro. You're going to Goldberg.
I ain't going to Cuba.
What kind of handshake is that, bro? Like, fuck yeah! What the fuck was that?
We know.
I don't even know what the fuck that meant right now.
That's Cuba's finest.
We ain't going to Cuba.
Cuba's finest is there. That's what it means.
So
I get what you're saying.
I just want to take another shot with you, my brother.
He's like, fuck my shot.
You better ask me a question.
You gotta do something after this?
You know what? Let me just say something.
What do you have to do after this?
I'm flying back.
Oh, so you don't have to do a gig or anything,
No,
right?
I'm good. I'm good.
You know why?
Get fucked up, bro.
You know
Come on.
why?
Let's go.
You know why?
Cheers.
Your special.
I'm gonna take a piss though.
Hit me
I'm
at
out
a
of here.
time.
I'm out of here right now.
Yo, we got to. Can we pee? Can we do a little quick
You wanna do a pee break?
A little pee break.
All right,
Guys, we're in our
I had a
40s.
great speech. Well,
I want it, though. I want the speech.
I'm about to be in my 50s, though.
All right, fair enough. Hold on. Is it one bathroom? And we're back.
Yes.
Rewind it.
We're still on QuickTime.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. What do we got?
We're almost done.
I need some hard-hitting questions.
Okay.
I mean, all right.
I should have drank more water during this whole process.
Okay. Tony Hinchcliffe or Shane Gillis?
Oh, man, I got a drink. I love those boys, man. Cheers.
So cheers.
Cheers. Both of them. Salute both of them.
Right off the rip. Gary Owen or Jim Gaffigan?
Then this is a white question, right?
Oh, Gary, man. Gotta fuck with Gary, bro. That's who Kendrick was talking about. A lot of people don't realize that.
So it wasn't about you and it wasn't about me
it's
either.
about Gary, man. And I had to take the smoke for Gary.
You try to put it on Cubans, bro. And I'm like, yo, it's not about the Cubans, man.
No, it is about the Cubans, bro.
It was about the Cubans. It's about the Cuban Missile Crisis?
It's always about the Cubans.
It started with the JFK shit.
Shout out to fucking
The conspiracy.
Why'd you guys kill JFK, bro? Your family was there? They know about it?
No, my dad came in Peter Pan. You know what Peter Pan is?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. That little motherfucker just touching kids.
No, you don't know what Peter Pan is.
Kids, bro. Peter Pan was touching kids.
No, it was a CIA program that brought kids out of Catholic schools to the United States.
Sounds like what I'm describing.
Yeah, actually, you're right. You're right. It does sound the same. Anyway,
Why are they stealing Cuban kids, bro?
They didn't steal them, bro. I guess, yeah, I guess. Okay, I'm not gonna argue. But my dad's a Vietnam veteran Marine. Fought in Quezon. Shout out to him.
He believes Mike Tyson licks little kids' ass. Yeah.
What?
I don't know what more he's talking about. What I'm trying to say
you, what are you doing? Your awkward stance right now.
I'm saying like Mr. Lee, man.
You and Mr. Lee are gonna hang out tonight, I think.
Facts. Facts.
And you said you guys hung out at the same club, so I already know.
We were at Gold Rush.
Yeah.
I saw you at Gold Rush, bro.
And who was the rush?
We were cleaning the pool.
All right, there's two different gold rushes.
Yeah.
Because there's...
What's the one in Miami Shores or whatever? That area, like uptown. Biscayne, yeah. That's Gold Rush, right?
No, that's
called what?
Dean's Gold. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of drugs in there. All right,
that shit is crazy. I think people back home don't realize the strip clubs out here are so
it's a different culture.
Let me tell you something. Scores was so hardcore to me,
which it wasn't at all.
I came to Miami.
In the city?
I was like, Scores. Yeah, in the city.
I mean, it's like two different. The strippers. If you have like a table out here for everybody who's never been to Miami, you ever been to like a Hilton where they got the koi fish and when you walk by they all go. Like the fish come to the top of the water almost so you could like pet or feed them. That's how it is with the strippers in Miami. You have a table at Gold Rush and they just start all of them flocking over and they just stand by the road. It's an insane concept. Yeah. Like in New York, it's like almost like they ignore you. You got to sit there like, hi. I'm like, why am I trying to like get attention from? What the fuck is going on here? I feel.
But he's never been to what's our spot down south that we used to go to?
Bullet Hole
Showgirls.
Showgirls.
I mean, I'm out
in New York City.
No, this here. I'm out of the strip club scene. No, not terrible. Amazing. Listen, they play all of our records in there.
Do you have do you have sex with them?
Whoa.
No, I'm married.
Wow, that was a very poignant question.
My bad.
Wow, bro. Like, you really, are you CIA or FBI or what are you, bro?
No, I'm saying, I know you, I didn't see a ring, my bad.
No, I mean, this is around my heart.
Keep the belt on. Keep the belt on. You are the champ right now.
I gotta give you that one. I gotta give you that one. Yo, that's crazy.
It's around his heart. It's around his heart.
I said, no, the strip clubs are, so is it cool? Like, strip clubs are just such a part of culture out here. It's not even like a weird thing.
Like, I literally had,
your wife would go, right?
It's how you become a man out here, honestly.
In Tootsies and not looked at women at all.
Fuck Tootsies, bro. You gotta go to the bullet hole wounds, the dirty down, grimy spots. Like that's
what? What's the
Showgirls.
Showgirls, I mean, that's one of them. I mean, there's a bunch. There's
Look, the owner closed this Showgirls down. They were like, it's too much for me.
Charlie, what's the one we used to go to with the jukebox? Take one.
So hold on.
The jukebox. They
got the Office right now.
They have the jukebox for the music. Yes.
So you get
to pick. That was back in it doesn't exist anymore. You put whatever you want. You can put a hoe down and they gotta dance to that shit.
And then in Miami, it's more transactional, like if you want to do something, you can kind of do something.
Everything goes. Yeah.
Whereas in New York, that's not really the case.
No, here.
New York, bitches be like, what the fuck is what do you want to do?
Not just New York. Anything north of Florida, bro.
Bitches will tell you, I want a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Listen, we went.
Like, yo, look, I just wanted a $5 dance.
Yeah.
Andrew, I like the fact that you understand that Miami people are the freakiest people on the planet.
It's very sexually
all
liberated.
of these niggas,
It's liberating. It's liberating.
Andrew, do you not hear this?
Yeah.
Every time we was talking about this, like...
Yeah, there was a lot of teeth
was so
sucking.
much.
Yeah,
everybody was like, they like it.
Yeah, it is a little like...
What's your point?
I'm just saying how freaky y'all are.
You guys are freaky.
And you know how you hear it like, I like it, the freaky. That's who you are.
But I feel like
I stand by my product. It's my shit, and I stand.
That's not the product. That's not the box. That's not the box.
It's not the product at all.
what does azbache mean?
That means
don't worry
about it.
Don't worry about
your
it.
shit gonna work when you.
That means don't worry about it, bro. That means
Because this
it
is the
works
thing
in every
that
country.
You're so dumb, bro. Let me read this shit. Hold on.
No.
Professional Italian color for a national look. What the fuck is this? Hold on. What the fuck about this says Italy? Does anybody see Italy when
I
you
see
say
ravioli. I see ravioli. I see ravioli.
Shrimp
there.
scampi.
Yep, I see it. I see it.
I see a little shrimp
Linguine. I see linguine.
Aloe and macadamia seed oil enriched.
That's how Italians
That's
make.
Italian, man.
Shout out to you, bro.
I see olive oil. I see olive
There was
oil.
animal in there, and that's how Italians make. That was fucked up. In case y'all do know.
These spam
Those
callers are
cannibals
pissing
is
me off.
raping shit.
Hello?
You taking phone calls, bro?
Yeah,
Who's
spam
that?
callers.
Who's that?
Oh yeah.
Hey, this is Mary from Walmart.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn, bro. That's why they're all.
Was that with the Adderall segment of our show? Adderall.
I haven't started taking this since last year, bro.
Adderall's phenomenal.
Coming to America or Harlem Nights?
Coming to America.
All right.
Which one? One or two?
Come on, bro. Nobody knows there's two. Shit. There's just one. There's just one.
I'm taking a shot to that.
Yeah. Cheers. Now you taking a shot to it. Not me.
Let's all take a shot to it.
No,
man.
stop.
Come on, man.
Next question.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it for the sake of
Jesus.
taking shots.
Jamie, I need water. Okay.
That's why I love white people. He's the only one. He's the only guest that remember her name.
Right. That is white privilege.
Everyone else says white girl or whatever.
Being a nice person is white privilege.
She's our
bro. You
family,
can't
so
even-
we appreciate.
You can't even humanize people. That was white privilege. How dare
That's
you?
white
I was
privilege.
exercising my comedic rights.
Yeah. But because that's our sister, so we love the fact that you recognize her.
Listen,
name.
we got-
Thank you for being a gentleman. Thank you. No, I mean our sister of our show. Our show.
okay.
Yeah.
She's his sister, man. What do you mean?
Yeah,
She's half black.
And by the way, I voted against you because I said he's gonna come in here with
You
the
vote-
porno.
he was in the presidential
the
election?
porn stash. I said this guy, he's gonna
Porn
be.
stash is like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. What made you choose the porno porn?
That's the only way to.
You went 1956 on us, bro.
I don't have a 50. What happened in 56?
I don't know. I feel like World War II. You're like,
Nah,
you're
bro,
there,
you're so many years off. It's crazy. You're so many years off. It's crazy.
42.
There you go. There you go. What happened in 56? You guys almost lost Cuba.
We did, man. No, we lost Cuba.
No, 59.
Damn, look at you with the years. Goddamn, with your brain power.
Come on, son.
Holy shit.
Who do you think organized it?
The white CIA.
Oh fuck!
All right.
Okay, go.
All right, let's go.
Damn, I had a good one for this. This is the last one. Go. Give him the last one.
Loyalty or respect?
Respect, because with the respect comes loyalty. Yeah, I think it's hard to be disloyal to someone you really respect.
Right.
And respect is like loyalty you could probably pay for. Respect you can't really pay for. Like there are people that will be loyal to you just because it's advantageous for them, you know. But respect is just like that's an innate thing. Either people do or they don't. Thank you so much.
You can make him a drink too.
No. Jamie, chill out, bro. No. Chill out.
Jamie, he wants a drink and he's just saying no, but he means yes.
I'm driving.
Give him.
I'm driving.
He's
God forbid I
driving
got into an
nowhere.
That is
accident.
His legs
the
don't-
worst excuse
You
for
guys-
drink champs ever.
Yeah, you guys are responsible.
All right, that's
Let's go.
the only part that we didn't.
Let's just take
we
a
gotta put
shot
that
just
in
for
mind.
the sake of
Hold
it.
on.
Wait, no, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just say
What
something.
the fuck
Hold
is
on.
that
Hold on,
shot?
I'm
What
making myself an iced coffee. Hold on.
Holy fuck farts.
Hold on. You never seen this happen on Drink Champ?
Nah.
You need someone.
You make
You
him
never seen
McFlurry?
someone.
You're making him
Shit
McFlurry
I've
right now?
ever seen.
You never seen someone finger their ice water and make an iced coffee?
I've heard about them.
We heard
Dr.
about those
fingering
people.
your wife, and I was uncomfortable about that.
So was I.
Yeah, I was
So was
uncomfortable.
I.
Yeah.
All right, but take a shot, everybody.
Cheers.
Everybody.
All right, go.
So,
Just because.
Okay.
because I ain't like that little finger, Filipino
I didn't
woman.
like that either,
She
right?
was just
Drink
fingering
it,
like
Schulz,
that.
She wanted it. My bad.
Yeah.
bad.
Lleva todo. That's it.
And you jerked off.
Perdóname, güey. Okay.
Coño, perdóname, güey.
What do you say? Hacer.
I said, damn, you going all the vernaculars.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, you like the Nacho Libre actor. I swear to God. I feel like you.
Oh, he's the science. I believe in science.
I feel like.
I believe in science. Yo, that was the best. Yo, where's that guy, bro? He's the best.
Who?
Nacho
Jack Black
Libre?
or the other guy?
No, the fucking no. Well, shout out to Jack Black, but the other guy was amazing.
Yeah.
I believe in science.
Esqueleto? I love
We need
Esqueleto.
that dude in life.
Yo, bring back Esqueleto, bro.
He needs his own fucking movie by himself.
So,
Tell me.
are we remaking
Esqueleto.
Nacho Libre?
When are we making a movie, guys?
Let's go.
Why are we fucking around? Why isn't Miami like a hub for film?
Let's do it.
and
What do you-
TV.
Yo, let's go.
Low key, that's I don't want to say a dream of mine, but that is something that would be really cool is to like build out the film and TV industry out here in Florida. Because you see it's going to start happening in Texas. Obviously, LA, there's like certain tax restrictions.
They were trying to,
Because
like,
obviously we're
Queen
going to
Latifah was trying to do it in Florida.
So let's talk about your hair pills.
That's
I've
the
been,
second.
I've been on hair pills since I'm 20-something years old.
Nah, bro, get out of here.
Dead ass, finasteride.
And it's worked?
Look at me and look at you.
I don't mind not taking pills. I don't mind. I don't mind saying, look at me, look at you.
I'm
the
telling
same
you.
way back.
I'm telling you, there is a pill and it works. It doesn't make it grow back, but it stops you from losing it.
Right.
And it's called finasteride or Propecia or whatever it is. And there's other like generic versions.
Propecia, isn't that the...
What's that?
Okay.
Wait. Propecia is what? No, it's hair pills.
One.
Dead ass.
He can't get his wife pregnant. Because
And then Propecia, one.
And the reality is it probably wasn't that. That was like a kind of funny joke. It was probably just like my sperm sucks genetically.
All right, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
right? It's Madison, you just hit the #1 show on Netflix, right? You hit the #1.
Number one comedy special.
Number one
Yeah.
comedy. You sold out Madison Square Garden, right?
Thank you.
Now, you sign a loudspeaker, right? I'm just giving an example.
I don't know if we are,
Loudspeaker-
but shout out loudspeaker.
Loudspeaker's still around?
Shout out
Is it?
loudspeaker. Shout out Chris. Yeah.
Let's just say it.
Yeah.
Loudspeaker's still around. Loudspeaker takes your genre and then takes that audio and they put it in a hip hop section.
Yeah.
You might be pissed.
No. Well, you're saying like my audio of my special?
The audio of your special.
Oh, wow.
Wind it up.
Could they even do that, though?
Yes, they can do that. I was tempted
No, they
to do it
cannot
right
do
now.
that. No, they couldn't.
I almost wanted to call you and be like, put this on the comedy section.
Wait, but they don't have the rights to do that.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying to him.
Yeah. If
I was-
they did.
So if they did, you know
If
what I'm
they
saying?
did. Oh, if. Okay,
Okay.
if.
Yeah.
I'm safe now.
Of course.
If they did.
So if they
Yeah.
did, like, I literally watched your special 3 times.
Thank you.
Then I listened to it twice
Thank you.
because I was jogging.
Yeah.
Why I can't have your special anywhere the fuck I want it? It belongs in comedy. It belongs in hip hop.
Sure.
It belongs in.
Oh.
Am I bugging?
No, not. I mean, like, I don't think there should be restrictions on what any artist can
I
do.
don't think that.
Like, I think you should be able to do rap. You should be able to reggaeton. You should be able to do country, whatever you want to do. Like,
you
I
want
think
me a reggaeton? I've been hearing you keep saying it. You want me
I like the reggaeton.
Okay, all right, I'm in. I'm gonna think about some reggaeton shit. Let's go. Let's go.
He's going to be on the record.
I'm actually down to do that. But yeah, I don't think there should be those restrictions for artists at all. I think that like
There should be no restrictions for artistry, period.
that's my
Period.
now you speak in my language, but yeah,
Like, you could do
But
whatever
that's
the
what I
fuck
say
you
about
want,
your
bro.
comedy.
You're
that's
an
what
artist.
that's what I feel.
But this is what I say about your comedy is I literally watch and listen to your shit as a white man.
You watch it as a white man? We're fucked in this world, bro. We're fucked
Yo, how did it feel, bro?
as a white man.
How did it feel for that hour to be a white man in America, man?
Yeah, let me keep going.
Yeah.
Go,
I
go,
want
go.
you to keep
Dale
going.
te
yo.
puedes.
But let me just tell you something, Andrew.
Yes.
Thank you, man, because I needed to hear that style of comedy where it's almost offensive. It's like, but it's beautiful.
Respect. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Salud.
I love that comedy. I love that how you delivered it. And I want to thank you. I want to tell you to continue to do your fucking thing the way you're doing it.
Just take a picture.
Got you. Let me get 2 more minutes, please. Because you know why? Because this has no race. This has nothing to do with this. This is pure love.
Respect. Thank you, man.
You are what we need right now in this time of day. It's a terrible times that we live in there, man. I'm being honest, man. I follow David Goggins not because I love David Goggins, it's because I just want to be better in life, right? And I do, and hopefully he does too. But when you put us in a perspective where we say, you know what? We want to be better. We want to continue. We want to do what we got to do. And you do it every day. But that's special. That's 2002 special. That everything leading up to that, and knowing that all the comedians that you've been to, like you hung out with Smoky Suarez.
Of course. Shout out to Smoky.
In Harlem.
Yeah.
And in the Bronx. This is dangerous. I'm just being honest. I'm from these people, and it's dangerous.
Fair.
And you went there.
Yeah.
You did that. And you continue to be who you are. I want to salute you. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for having me, guys. This was an honor.
Nah.
Let's do it.
And you the first.